Hey guys, how we doing, folks? How we all doing? As you can hear from the music, which the folks at the VOD won't be able to hear, but we're doing Mario Kart today. Yay! Mario Kart won the poll. Also, sorry for starting late. Like I was telling Jesse, also, hi Jesse, glad you're here. Hi Silver, hi Bree, hi everyone. Yeah, it's really warm today, so I was like, I'm gonna hop down and take like a really quick dip in the pool. We have one of those like plasticky pools that you kind of like build every year. And I was like, the water's cold, it's hot outside. Let me just take a little dip. It'll wake me up as well. And I left my phone inside and it had the alarm to tell me when the heck I'm supposed to get out and come over and start streaming. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. But anyways, welcome everyone. Hope you all doing good. You were gonna be drawing some thumbnails today. I was trying to see because I like putting something in here when we start, just for like that blabbering part when I'm doing blabbering and not much else. I think it's good to have something here for you guys to look at. And I was looking at some thumbnails that I've done and stuff. So this is basically the kind of vibe of what we're going to be doing today. Also, I kind of appreciate how upbeat the Mario Kart music is. I think that's going to help me hopefully stay awake. Oh, I really recognize this one, yeah. That's the one that plays when you finish one of those like big races kind of thing. But yeah, anyways. I've only played up to Mario Kart 8. I don't have the Switch 2, but yeah, Mario Kart music is pretty good, isn't it, Silver? Like it's generally quite dope. And like yeah, it's like high beats energy, so good, your ping is so fucking Aw, television, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jesse. Your PNG tuber fucking slaps, so I'm really glad you like mine. That's a hell of a compliment coming from you. You even have like little freaking animations on your like tail and stuff. It's so fucking cool. I need to do looping animations on mine. But yeah, no, it's amazing. Do you use PNTuber Plus? Yes, I do. That's why the mic is a bit weird. Sometimes it doesn't pick me up right. I don't know why. PNG Tuber Plus works weird with my mic. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. I do. I used to have really like obnoxiously huge files on it before I realized it, and then I just shrunk them down a bit and added the little mouth loop and stuff. It's kind of okay, right? It's pretty good. Okay, thought so. I think I was thinking of using it for the current one, but I can't stand noodle coding. Yeah, node coding is a pain. It is a pain in the ass to use PNG Tuber Plus. Like it is not a fun program to set up. Um, I think it took me a couple of tries to get this one. Okay, is hey Laraya, welcome. How you doing? Oh my God, everyone's showing up. It looks good. Oh, thank you. I I I do not mind the weird like hinge thing. Also, when I shut the fuck up, like it starts drawing a little bit. Let me do that. I like that because I get more focused, it like looks down and starts doing the shoo drawing with the hands. Pretty good. But yeah. Also, I got a couple of uh alt PNG tubers. You missed because our last two sessions we were doing Minecraft, so I had a couple, like I had my little Minecraft one, and also whenever we do any Hollow Knight themed stuff, I've also made like an actual Hollow Knight PNG tuber, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, is this your comic project? No, we're not doing comic projects. We're doing thumbnails. I just threw a ton of thumbnails into the picture, for to make the background look kind of pretty. So you guys had something to look at. So I just threw so many fucking thumbnails in here, a lot of which I've done during classes and stuff actually. But yeah. Last time I used it, it was for my fiance. He's so cute, but I think he could have been much cooler. He is very cute. I do love his little PNG tuber, and he's also very cute as a person. Yeah, I think I saw the preview one of that. Yeah, you did see that. I think I remembered showing you guys that. But yeah, anyways. So today we're going to be doing thumbnails. Because we're gonna do environments, and I don't, and it's Monday. Hey, Fontanian Waters, welcome. How you doing? It's Monday, and I'm kind of sleepy, and I don't want to like full on commit to a finished environment. So I'm saying thumbnails, and then we get like a little further, then that's fine. But yeah, um, as you can hear from the background music, is it a bit too loud? Maybe I should. I don't know. Is that better? I don't know. That might be too not loud. I don't know. But yeah, we're doing Mario Kart themed thumbnails. So we're gonna do kind of like try to make a couple of thumbnails and think about composition and some like essentially like a value study kind of thing, but not really a study, like a like dropping down some values and a bit of composition to try and get like a cool race dynamic looking kind of picture, I guess. It's a vague stream, guys. This one's not very focused. But yeah, no, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit what thumbnails are. I know when I say thumbnail, some of you might think of like YouTube thumbnails or the little like VOD thumbnails and stuff like that. Like thumbnail is like a term that we use in art and stuff, and I think it goes back to the actual thing of like painters painting things directly on the nail of their thumbs. But this essentially means like a smaller, quicker, rougher version of a final piece. If I just switched the ink to back to my Fontanian pen. Oh, your fountain pen. I need alcohol marker proof ink. Oh, wait, is that? Wait. Is that why you're called Fontanian waters? Is that got to do with fountain pens? Am I tripping here? Does it have nothing to do with fountain pens? I don't know, but that's really cool. I do love me a fountain pen. This is a very intense song. Is this from? Which one is this? Big Blue. Oh damn. Okay, that's nice. They got intense songs. Sunshine Airport's next. Nice. I think this is Mario Kart 8 soundtrack. Actually, no, it has to do with Fontaine from Genshin. Oh, there's a character called Fontaine in Genshin. I have never played Genshin. I do have a friend who is really addicted to it. She really liked the the gambling aspect of getting new cute waifus. Um But that's yeah, a nation. Okay, a nation. Yeah, I know nothing about Genshin Impact, guys. I'm so uncultured. I know. It's shameful of me. But yeah, so thumbnails are like these little things. I just wanted to give you guys some examples. I think I've done like a bunch of like different classes and stuff when we've done thumbnails, but like it's trying to kind of like in a really quick and simple way imagine what like the composition for something's gonna look like, and then you can like make it like turn it into like a bigger kind of piece. Like for example, this one, like this is just a small little thumbnail of like an astronaut entering a diner, and then like you can see what it ends up looking like by the end of it. So like this one took like a couple of days to finish, whereas like this one took a couple of minutes. So thumbnail's good. I have arrived. Hey, Mr. Green, welcome. Also, thanks for the art fight attack. Oh, yeah, Mr. Green attacked pretty much the entire world in art fight. Also, Jesse, sorry that I didn't get to attack you in art fight. I wanted to draw your little sheep man so bad, like so bad, and the wheel never clicked on it. And then by the time I finished that, the art fight was done. Like I think my last stream was on the 30th or some shit like that. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I'm gonna just have to draw your nice little sheep man some other time. They're really cute. They're so freaking cute. Yeah. I had so much so much reference. I downloaded all of your reference for it. What a miss. I'm making meme animatics. Oh hell yeah. Is everyone making meme animatics? I feel like someone else on chat the other day was making meme animatics. Okay. So, let me tell you how I usually do this. So a big part of thumbnail like thumbnails is like essentially what you're doing with a thumbnail is like very quickly drawing something that would normally take you a lot of time to try and gauge whether that is going to work or not. And we're going to use them mainly to focus on composition and stuff. So a big part of that is like what does your frame look like? Like what is like the actual like size and shape of your frame and their proportions. And so I kind of like don't know what my frame needs to look like because I have like this is not like I'm not making a frame from a film or like a specific poster or anything. So I kind of have nothing when it comes to frames. So I'm just gonna cut out a bunch of frames and we're just gonna use those as our guides and fill them in and see what the heck we can come up with when it comes to frames. Um, Big important thing, I've got a bunch of reference both from like movie scenes and like different race car drawings and a bunch of stuff from like Mario Kart, so I can like look at it and see what the heck this looks like. Because I don't know what Mario Kart looks like half of the time, so kind of important. Hey, okay. Okay, I mean, I know a lot of people have been doing that. Yeah. Oh, hey, Mahi. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Ever since I got CSP I did 3 animatics in the past 3.5 days. Oh, damn. Ooh. I mean, yeah. That's honestly, if you're paying for it, you might as well use it. I need to try animate with with Clip Studio Paint. Mm. Oh, I'm gonna be hydrating a lot today. It's so fucking hot, guys. You have no idea. God damn. Yes, Mario Kart, Coconut Mall. I think you're right. It's Electrodrome here, actually. Sorry. I think this is the soundtrack specifically for Mario Kart 8. I've heard some of these more than others. I have played a lot of Mario Kart 8. I would say I'm kind of okay at it. I get quite competitive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I'm also not good at gaming in general, so and saying get your money's worth. Yeah, literally. Hey rookie, welcome, welcome. How you doing? By law, you have to play Coconut Mall on loop during this stream. Well, if that's the law, let's find Coconut Mall. Rainbow, Mario Kart, Big Blue, Sunshine, Electrodrome, Wild Woods, Stadium, Sweet Mario, I can't find Coconut Mall. Wait, do they not have Coconut Mall in this playlist? I don't think they have Coconut Mall. Oh, I think it's because Coconut Mall was added in the DLC, wasn't it? Okay, this is the Wii version. We have Coconut Mall from Mario Kart Wii. There we go. I think it's because Coconut Mall was added in the DLC. I don't think it was like part of the original Mario Kart 8 lineup. Correct me if I'm wrong. And yes, I did spend $30 in the Mario Kart 8 DLC. Don't ask me why. Got a commission struggling with the background. Yeah, backgrounds do be like that. Konomalk is a classic. How dare they not include it? How dare they? It was MK Wii. Yeah, this is the Wii for sure. This is the Wii version. Big Blue was also in the DLC, I think, right? Was it? Okay. Then maybe they just didn't like it, whoever made that playlist. Like 99% done. Oh man. We're gonna be doing some backgrounds today, sort of. We're kind of doing, I mean, I guess don't know if I would call these environment like pieces, because they're gonna be focusing on specific characters and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I start with a horizontal actually. That might be a bit easier. So I have a couple of ideas. Also, this does slap. Maybe we just play Coconut Mall loop for the entire thing. Is it a complicated background necessary? I don't think a complicated background is necessary, no. I mean, depending on Rookie's commission and exactly what it asks for, though. Could you tell us a little bit about it, Rookie? Or is it like super, like, on need to know basis? It might be, I don't know. Okay. But I kind of want to do like a big drift moment. So I'm gonna like kind of place like one of these like roads that kind of goes in like this. And because I'm not gonna have much of a perspective grid, because I don't really like working with perspective grids too much, we're gonna kind of use like we're gonna do a little bit of this just to kind of get what this is about. Well, there's a piano one, like a little track that goes through a piano or something. Something like that I kind of maybe okay, let's think of shapes. So like we could even have like the road kind of like curve all the way through here and go from like really small to really big to kind of like really exaggerate that perspective, I think. Like something like this. And we can have like our big character drifting over here with like other characters here in the background. I think that's a pretty like easy, simple perspective to like simple like layout to go for. I don't know if the perspective is simple, but like the actual concept is certainly simple. I can send it if you want to review. It's not that complicated. I just would to bend in the back more. Right now it stands out a lot. Ooh, you want it to blend. Sorry, I can't read. Most of the animatic memes I've done have been Popcrust fan art. It's been fun. Yeah, it looks like cheese. It does look like cheese. You're right. Isn't there like a cheese desert track? I feel like Mario Kart 8 has a cheese desert track. I haven't played World. I kind of really want to. Um, Mostly because I want to just drive around the environment so bad and look at all the little details and stuff. But I don't own a Switch 2 and I don't have the dough to get a Switch 2. That's an investment I cannot justify. So yeah. Even if I do stream with it, I could make it tax deductible, but it's still not. I could probably, I don't know, I need to talk to a tax lawyer actually. But like, yeah, no, I don't think I can justify purchasing a Switch 2. They're so expensive. Why can't we just play it on the Switch 1, guys? Come on. It's already like a $70 game. Like, come on, man. It's enough of an investment, but yeah. Me, oh nice. Have you posted on the server? I'd love to see it. Ooh. Of course, fan art. Where? If you guys don't know, a big part of my chat, for those who don't know, a big part of my chat, a big part of the people here that I know from a really long time ago, we kind of met on a Popcross fan Discord server, a really like during the pandemic, I think it was. So yeah, Popcross is a YouTube guy who does like a lot of like what if X was X kind of character designs. It's actually quite fun. I think he's doing like a lot of his own stories now. I haven't watched his videos in a while, but yeah, he's really nice. Nice lad. Okay. Yeah, see, this is the problem. I'm gonna struggle with the perspective of this. Let's do what I should have done from the start and like block it out like with an actual like cubes to kind of like get an idea of what the heck we're even doing here. Let's simplify the road with some cubes, and that's gonna make things, I think, a lot easier for us. I think, hopefully. I think, yeah, actually, this is working quite well. Not gonna lie. If you're ever struggling with perspective, for like complicated things like this, yeah, cubes are simple. Cubes are easy. Cubes are nice. Okay, there we go. So this big kind of like road thing is gonna curve over here onto us. I also, okay, so this is what I have the reference for. But it's probably not. I just put on the fan art. Should I have posted on the server? Lol, I posted all my art on YouTube, but I will now. Yeah, yeah, you can post it. You can post stuff on the server. Um, ooh, let's go coconut malt again. I kind of wanna hear it again. Really not going to get a Switch to until Switch breaks, but there's are so many cool games I want to switch to. Right, he's doing a lot more original stories now. They're so good. Ooh, I think a bridge would be cool. Yeah, so I was thinking of like I kind of want this composition to have that like curved feel, like really exaggerated curved feel kind of thing. And I think an interesting way of exaggerating this specific curve is by adding, you know how sometimes like on the road, like you get like these extensions to the like actual road, on like not on like real roads, but like the ones in like Mario Kart, like these extensions where you can like drive through kind of thing that are like kind of popping over. I think that's gonna kind of like doing something like that's gonna add like a bit more weight to this part because I do want this part to have like a bit more physical weight to it and this one to be more free. So like we could do some like more distant backgrounds here. So I think I have some references from both Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart World over here. Let me look at what the heck these things look like. I'm not gonna like draw them exactly. It's just like the vibe of them. But I think, yeah, I think, oh, they even use some like rocks and things here actually. Chris, Mario Kart 8 is very deserty, isn't it? Like at least not like the entire game, but like the kind of marketing for it, like the cover art and stuff focuses on like one of the like desert tracks and stuff. So I think like adding like something like this, which like also repeating ship. Oh, thank you very much, Siggy. Ugh. CJ9Y. Maybe Siggy. I think it's Siggy. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hmm. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeeted it in art showcase. Go search my fellow pop crossians. Yes. Yeah, Siggy. Oh, hell yeah, I got it. I'm so proud of myself. I don't usually get usernames. That's great. Okay. So something like this, we could even do like some like little flags or something. But essentially something that like signals this as like this added section to like create a bit more height to this whole area. So like maybe like I don't know. These lines can also like help create the sense of getting larger as we get closer. Like repetition helps with like showcasing size and proximity and things like that. So like if we if I do this better than I've done right now, like if I do this more like this and make sure that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's remove that then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make these ones smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do this like that, I know this seems kind of silly, but now this feels a lot bigger and this feels a lot smaller. So like it helps with that like showcase of perspective and depth to the kind of thing. So yeah, anyways, this is kind of like what we're going for like the road and stuff. I don't know if I want it to be like propped up on anything, but probably should probably be like propped up on some stuff like some bridgey stuff maybe. I don't know. But yeah, this is kind of the vibe I want for the piece, I think. It's kind of like interesting kind of thing for the background. And then we can like on top of this create the kind of like Mario Kart chaos. So I want like the like maybe a struggle between two characters over here. Maybe like one at the front, one at the back, and then like have like a bunch of like stuff coming in behind them. I think that's kind of a cool composition that kind of like leads your eye towards like the like having these three kind of lead your eye towards this kind of thing. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I like to think Gonzalo photosynthesizes when we don't hydrate. Well, I'm sleepy, so I gotta go see you. Bye, Fontanian. Have a great night. See you. I like that good perspective. Red shell. Yeah, total red shell. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking about, like when it comes to like I want to exaggerate a little bit of that perspective on stuff. I'm thinking maybe I make this one be like a desert. Actually, let's make this one like the kind of like rocky desert road thing. Because they have like I haven't played Mario Kart World, so this is not like one specific kind of thing. It's just I'm just going off of a vibe. So let's do like a background here to kind of like place this. Also adding like a horizon lane here is gonna kind of help us figure out what like how distorted the perspective is and stuff. Like I think adding some stuff here like around like some of these like deserty rock things, like very Colorado-y formations. I think having those here in the background helps a little bit, and we can like change them around to like frame whatever we put in here later in a bit. So like yeah, but I think that's a pretty cool kind of like moment for like our I'm gonna use the most why do I always use the most like bullshit fucking corporate ass terms ever. Like, oh, this is a good moment. It's a good story we're telling, visually speaking. Yes. I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know. It just comes out. My fuck us corporate speak. Anyways, I think we're gonna draw one of the cards. Let me take look, I have a bunch of cards. Taking pictures of a bunch of cards to kind of like get some of them. Corporate Gonzalo, literally though. Oh damn. That's a remix. Ooh, that kind of goes hard. Oh wow. Maybe a bit too hard. Yeah, that maybe goes a bit too hard. Let's go for something a bit less hard. The carts and bikes are like cool in that game. They really are. I do love the Mario Kart carts and bikes. They really are very cool. So like there's this I just have a bunch of references for them, but like there's this one that's like a bit more like elongated and kind of stuff. I think it needs to be way smaller than this because of the track specifically. Yeah, it probably needs to be more like this kind of vibe. But like having like one of them kind of like be swerving around here, I think. And then like I think it has like I think perspective wise it would actually be more like this. Okay, so these ones, let me get rid of you because I'm just gonna follow the vibes here, follow the vibes. So something like this. They got the tiny wheels at the front, the big wheels at the back. I'm not doing like specific car combos or whatever. I'm just like I've just found a bunch of them and I'm just adding them as this. Sorry if none of these are your favorite car combo. I can't be asked. That's too much work. So it's just a rough kind of idea, a rough kind of estimate. But they all got pretty great shapes and like designs and stuff anyway. So something like this where like you have the cart like close to the screen over here, like maybe drifting. I don't know if that's close enough, but something like that I think could work. Ooh, oh my God. Okay, wait. I got stuff to read. The instantly suggesting coconut mole as reflex. Art God Sallow at it again. Stylus in hand, he strikes at hit foes. Their very existence hangs on the balance. Balance. God, I can't read. Will they survive the rendering? Will we? Tune in to find out. I should have said that in a more trailer voice. Wait. Let me do it like in a more trailer voice. Art got sallow at it again. Stylus in hand, he strikes at his foes. Their very existence hangs on the balance. Will they survive the rendering? Will we? Tune in to find out. Okay, there were a couple of mispronunciations there, but that's okay, right? Also, hey Jaden Bunch, how you doing? Welcome. We're, we're doing Mario Kart today. 100 points or bust, and we'll have to start cast. Find out the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. You're doing good. I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, we're trying to draw some thumbnails of Mario Kart. I'm not specially good at drawing cars, so this is an interesting decision that I've made, drawing this kind of stuff, but that's what we're doing. That's what the vote said. I don't know why I added Mario Kart to this. The idea of a race is kind of cool, so I guess that's probably why I added it. But yeah, so like having one of the carts over here drifting, um, I don't know if I want to have like someone closer to the screen over here though, because I feel like we could have someone super close, like creating like a bit of a foreground, and maybe we could like make this person be more the midground. Okay. I'm not gonna be very specific about the character, so let's just, I don't know, let's make this one Yoshi because I like Yoshi. He's cool. He cool. He's invited to my house anytime. So this is a pissed off Yoshi. Let's do the eyes first. He's just like pissed off over here, like a big ass nose on the like thingy. Yeah, there you go. That's my pissed off Yoshi. It's very good. I know. Thank you. Thank you. My understanding of Yoshi anatomy is impeccable, as you say. Okay. So I think a pissed off Yoshi here in the midground, and then in the very very foreground, we're gonna have another character. Chef's kiss, Yoshi. Yes, it's a perfect, most amazing Yoshi anyone has ever seen, and I will not be taking comments. Thank you very much. Will not be taking comments at this time. Let's do Daisy. I like Daisy. Daisy's cool. Do I have reference for Daisy? I do have some reference for Daisy. Daisy's cool. She's cool. Um, so I'm gonna have Daisy looking to the side because that's another thing with composition that helps a lot is eye lines. They kind of help us look at where things are. Like when we see someone looking at something, we tend to look at it as well. Like it's a good way of tricking you into like tricking your audience into looking into a specific way. So let's have like she's just like, I don't know, just kind of pissed ish. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not drawing full on like really good Daisy. It's just a medium good Daisy. They all have really cool costumes in this one. I think like they all have like different outfits and things. So, but I might just go with like a vanilla one because I don't have reference for all of the cool outfits. So, um, Daisy's got like some weird ass hair though. But it's got the giant ass like ponytail fringe thing here on the front, and then like big stuff in the back. I think they were ponytails when they were racing. I don't know, can't remember. But she's got a crown, so there we go. This is my Daisy. It's very accurate to the game, guys. Burp, 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 burp. So having someone like this in the foreground, like, and then like obviously like she's got like pretty weird proportions, anyways, but like with the hands on the wheel. Well, maybe we could. I mean, no, let's not make a motorbike. Let's make a wheel, just because it's hard enough as is. And then like I don't know, what's one of the carts? Let's grab a random car. Okay, so this one, one of the carts that has like a distinctive something on the back. This one's kind of cool. It's like the basic card, but like it has something like on the back that can give us like that little bit of perspective that we're looking for. To create a little bit of that depth and stuff. But yeah, so this would be kind of like the idea of like with a composition like this, like having Daisy here, like in the very front, is giving us a lot of depth. Then we have Yoshi here in the back. It's kind of implying this idea of like, rivalry. Oh, I'm ahead, you're like right beat on my tail, like let's go, let's do this kind of vibe. Um, and then we can like go more into the background actually and add more kind of like chaos over here to kind of fill in, because right now this is very heavy interest kind of moment, whereas like we want to create more interest over here, and we want to do some things that lead our eyes back to this, because like I think this is like the main focus that we want it to be. The reason there's so much weight over here and like the entire road kind of like goes towards this, we could even add like one of those like little arrow pads. Like literally we're pointing at, like we're literally pointing at the thing we want you to look at, or like even like a path like this, we're just creating some lines that like lead to like the moment we want you to be staring at, the thing that we want you to be looking at. So like something like that, like all these kind of things, what you're doing is essentially leading the eye of the viewer towards a point. And this is even before you get to like values or like colors even. Hey TF, welcome. How you doing? Thank you for existing. You just reminded me to save. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're doing some Mario Kart stuff. It's kind of fun. A little hard, but kind of fun. But can't draw vehicles very well, so a second Mario Kart. Aw. I'm pretty good at Mario Kart, I will say. I'm not gonna claim here that I'm the best. I'm really good at it, but I'm kind of okay at it. Once I get the like game card thing, I forgot what the heck it's called. Once I get that, maybe we do a gaming thing and I do some Mario Kart. So you guys can see how I'm pretty just okay at it. Be all super impressed by it. You're gonna be wow, Gonzalo's okay at Mario Kart. Cool. Okay, so like this is kind of like the moment, the main rivalry thing that we want people to be looking at. So, like Yoshi catching up to Daisy on this drift. Let's move Yoshi a little bit more down here so like their eye contact can be more direct. And if we like once we start talking about values, we're certainly going to like make whatever like sparks are coming out as like they drift, like whatever this is, like it's going to be like a lot brighter to kind of like bring us down there. But yeah, we want to add some chaos going on, so like let's do some bike jumps and some stuff, like some people up in the air, maybe one of those people with the little whatchamacallit, the like glider things, something like that, maybe. I don't know. They have in Mario Kart World, they have the thing where you like grind on rails as well, so we could do that. Second Mario Kart. 1 second I'm on in second place, then I died 3 times in the same clip. I'd love Mario Kart gaming stream. Yeah. I'm right now I'm interviewing for a couple jobs, and if I do get them, I'm probably gonna try and change Monday streams to be gaming streams, just so it's a bit lighter on me, and I don't have to work so hard essentially for streams. So we have like the one art stream a week, and then we do like one that's a bit more chill, maybe some gaming stuff. So yeah, but I'll update you guys when that happens, if that happens. So thank you very much, Silver. That's really nice of you. Okay. So also, I just realized I could have made this kind of drifting feel more powerful if I just like full on like changed the angle of the car. Mm. It's fine. It's okay. It's gonna be like a very. It's not gonna be as fun. It's okay. It's fine. So let's draw some like maybe like a 4x4 over here, like just going down. Like there's these like quad things. I don't know what this is called in English. We call it a quad. But it's like one of these like motorbikes with the four wheels. Well, like the little spinny things at the back. So one of these could be like landing right here to like create a little bit of more chaos, maybe closer to here. Let's go. And then we could have, I don't know, freaking Bowser on it. Yeah. This is what Bowser looks like, in case anyone's wondering. It's just a mad little grump over here. There we go. Bowser. That's exactly what Bowser looks like. Maybe he's got a shell on his hand or something. There you go. Look at that Bowser. Isn't that so Bowsery? Yeah. Incredible. That's thumbnailing, guys. You don't actually have to draw good. You just have to draw something. So I think I'm gonna put him over here to kind of like create a sense, like exaggerate that sense of depth, but obviously he is slightly bigger than our Yoshi anyway. So like, yeah, I think that works perspective wise. Then we're gonna do another maybe couple of here, and I do want to have someone like up here to fill this spot in, because I want these like Mario Kart ones to feel quite chaotic, you know, like it's one of the things I like the most about the game, the absolute chaos of it. So yeah, I think I want them to feel a little bit chaotic, so we're gonna draw like a bunch more like players going throughout and stuff. So let's see what other cars do we have. So we could do a motorbike. I think a motorbike in the air would be cool actually. Let's get one of them. Do. Yeah, so like one of these like classic ones with like the skip thingies and stuff. And then like the thing at the bottom. Bloop, there we go. One of these. That looks pretty good. Let's make it tinier because it's more far away. We want to really exaggerate that perspective and make sure it reads as like things are getting further and further away. So like a little bike like that, that's good. And I don't know where the actual flying thing comes from. Do you guys know the little glider thing? I don't know where it actually comes from. Do I have a single picture of a glider? I don't think I do. Oh no. Okay, well, it's fine. It comes off of the nothingness. It's not important. So we got it's gonna be a Koopa Troopa, I guess. Uh, maybe actually let's make him jump. That makes more sense. It comes to the back of the vehicle, I think, right? Yeah, I don't know if it's like tied to strings or like I can't remember anymore. It's fine. I'm just gonna draw like a Koopa Troopa kind of like jumping up in the air here. So you know how like they do little jumps. So yeah, they're just gonna be jumping. It's fine. They're not even gliding, or maybe they are. I don't know. Nah, I don't like the glider anyway there. It looks cooler if it's a jump, I think. Okay, so Koopa Troopas are gonna be smaller. Cool. And then we're gonna do some more people over here. Maybe like a more normal looking cart. Let's do Toadette or like a Toad or something over here. Like with the exhaust pipes just like running down the road just pretty normally. Let's make sure it doesn't really interface with that. There we go. Something like that. I think it's pretty good. And we gotta add a couple more in the back, but that's looking pretty nice, I think. Like we're getting that sense of like chaos and stuff happening, right? Maybe we get one of those like bullet bills shooting through. Oh, actually, let's add more like, yeah, more like hazards on the on like the road. Let's do like no, let's focus, let's focus. I'm getting my ADHD up. Let's actually do the thing. Add the things and then we can have more stuff. I remember Marisona is a dry bones with a paintbrush in his eye hole. Oh, that's actually kind of cute, Mr. Green. I like that. I don't have a Marisona. I don't know what I would look like in Mario. But that's an interesting proposition. I gotta maybe we do that sometimes. We do some character Mario Sona design at some point. That'd be kind of fun actually. Okay, let's do a more like maybe one of the Mario baby things, like a more traditional looking car, like one of these bubbly things. The windshield and stuff, and they just like they're just a baby. You can barely see them. They're just over there. And then like I don't know. I think something coming off of here. Maybe like I can draw a blue shell actually. Kind of thing. I don't know. I think maybe this guy's a bit too high. We need to add something here to kind of like create a bit more depth with that. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna make the road loop up back again. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're 100% doing this. Yes, yes, sir. That looks kind of cool. Okay, one second. Let me put that in the right layer. I mean, Spanish Wario. Yeah, probably. uh, Yeah, no, it's interesting. That could be a fun one actually. Try to figure that out. See what the design would look like and stuff. So we're turning the road this way. And then we can just draw like a barely there kind of road. Yeah. Maybe we could even draw like the beginning of like one of these like arches of the course over here with like stuff and things happening. I don't know. We can reinforce the idea of like what the underneath looks like through here. And then like when it comes to these ones, they look more normal because we kind of already know what they look like kind of thing. Yeah, that could be cool. Okay. Maybe put another one of these ones over here. Bip, bip. I think that, yeah, that gives us it gives us a lot more depth to work with. And we could write Mario Kart in here as well. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, so yeah, so maybe we can have some. I think that's a pretty good amount of characters, though. Um, we can have some flying stuff going around, like I don't know what are the power ups? You have the banana, but I like the implication that they just started racing, so I don't think we'd have a banana. Hmm. What other stuff they have? They have the bullet bill, the ink thing. There's the mushrooms that give you a boost. There's the shells. I mean, the shells are pretty iconic, I think. Yeah, I think we just might just do some shells. Burp. Yeah, I think we'll just do some shells. Maybe a giant piranha. Oh, piranhas are like a thing now. Like I think you can drive as a piranha. Let's have one actually. Over here. There we go. That's a piranha, guys. Don't question it. That's what it looks like. But yeah, maybe having some like shell coming in here, kind of like creating this kind of perspective thing over here, like coming at our head driver. So like we're creating this anticipation for something that might just be about to happen or something. I think that could be interesting, right? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There we go. I think that's a pretty cool composition. I really can't think of much else to add to it without like overcrowding it. But yeah, I think that's a pretty cool composition. So let's do a little bit of grayscale for it. Let me put all this inside a thing. This is kind of like our first try at a composition of this kind. I think that's not bad for a first try. So, as we do more and more thumbnails of these, they'll hopefully get better ideas wise and stuff. So this is kind of like what your goal is. Like you want to like do stuff like this and not spend too much time on it. I know like these are like not super like small thumbnails, but just giving it like a little bit of time in this case, because there's a lot of like I do want to make a very chaotic looking scene, and that does take a little bit more finessing than a more simple one. I know that seems counterproductive, like counterintuitive, but like the more chaotic you're seeing, the more careful you kind of have to be about balancing different elements. So yeah, so like we want to do a rather chaotic one over here, and so I am spending a little bit more time on it, but overall, like this took us like what, 30 minutes maybe, 40 minutes, something like that. We got a pretty great like composition out of it, I think. So it's pretty nice thumbnails. Like I could then like grab this and then start doing some painting on it if I wanted to. I probably don't want to because I'm scared of painting, but still, I could. So yeah, we're essentially just doing a little bit of this. Let's give some light over here. So I'm just doing the most simple like dark to light kind of thing. Some like placing down some atmospheric perspective, if you will. Um, doesn't mean that that's exactly how it's going to be lit because we're going to add some lights to it after this. But I just want to get like a little bit of that atmospheric perspective down of like what it would probably look like this very simplistic kind of color scheme. So yeah. That's kind of the idea right now. So yeah, okay. This, and that, and then we're gonna add the kind of like very light midground here with the like background here with the kind of like desert rocks. Yeah, something like that. Cool. So as you can see, there's like a lot of lightness here and a lot of darkness over here. So if we want to bring our eye towards what's happening over here, and let's just merge these down into one and get a little bit more like darker tones for these characters over here. So we can actually like see that the characters have like different colors to them as well. Yeah. So like if we want to like bring a little bit more interest and contrast to this moment, as we were saying, like the thing that I want to highlight the most is like this relationship over here between these two. Like yeah, we have a pretty elongated kind of canvas, but my idea was to like make it something where like you read it like this, where like you're coming in from the chaos into this moment kind of thing. So I want to make sure that this is something that's highlighted and noticeable. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to put a little bit of light over here essentially. um let's just maybe pretend that like there's light coming in from this side of the screen, and for some reason there's like a little bit of a big shadow over there. Maybe there's like a big rock or something. It doesn't really matter. Cool thing about drawing is that you can just make whatever up. Like is okay. Anything outside this drawing doesn't really exist. So anything we come up with, it's just what we decided is reality. So it's kind of fine. So yeah. So I want to do a little bit of this kind of let's try and make an interesting shape here of light. So overall, I'm just gonna actually do it like this. Overall, I want this kind of like shape of light to maybe be more straight, I think. As if like there's like an overpass maybe on top of us here or something like that's creating a shadow, like a pretty harsh shadow. I think that's interesting. And then we could add a little bit more light on the road in this part as well. And keep that kind of like harsh shadow over here. As if like, I don't know, there's like a building here or something that's actually, we can add some more foreground elements thanks to this. This is giving me the idea of adding like a little bit of a rock over here. And like, I'm also like putting this composition in a tighter kind of place by doing that, like making it a bit more tight. I don't know. I don't know how to say that, but like kind of like putting it almost like in a more constrained, making it feel more constrained and less open by like doing something like this. But like maybe doing like a little bit of a wall over here of like rock. So what I can do here is add this little bit of darkness over here. Yeah, and this kind of like justifies this kind of big shadow that we see that's being projected onto the road, while still giving us the ideal that we want, which is like making sure that this is the like this part is the part that like you look at. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And this is gonna be like a little bit like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can like make it a bit more rocky because of that. There we go. That's pretty cool. I think this is a pretty cool layout overall. Let us actually bring a little bit more lightness now to Daisy, because she no longer needs to be as dark, and she's probably being hit by some light right now. So we can lighten her and still keep that like big difference kind of thing. Like, especially if we like go pretty light with this to kind of like make it a very, oh yeah, the sun is hitting directly on this kind of thing. Like the sun would be behind us right now. And let me just lower the kind of like opacity of this because it's a bit further away. So, you know, we don't need it to be as highly contrasting as that. And like same for this, like it's a pretty harsh sunlight, but I think this is pretty cool. I think this adds a pretty interesting kind of like vibe to the whole thing. And yeah, and it means that like our Daisy can be a bit lighter, and so can our little Yoshi over here, a little angry man Yoshi over here. So yeah, so like that's kind of like a more interesting value study, I think. And again, because of like, you know, the whole drifting thing, we can like it has like sparks coming out of it when they drift and stuff. So like we can use that as like a another thing to like bring more intensity to this, and like always things like adding more lightness in the eyes and things like that always going to make us look more at like those kind of areas. So like something like this I think works pretty okay. Yeah, right, like it's kind of cool. We would like then have to like obviously think about like the different, at least the way I do it. I'm also not very good at this, so like don't take everything I'm saying with like I'm an expert. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, like at actually drawing environments. This is just the way I do them because it's the only way I know how to do them. But I wouldn't call myself an expert in the slightest. So yeah. So no, I like I would like then come in and like create like some actual like shades and stuff, like given the point of light and stuff. But it's pretty harsh sunlight in general, so like something like this, and then like maybe lightening this bits like these parts a little bit more and stuff. But it's kind of general kind of like thing. Yeah, something like this, where like generally this parts are darker and stuff, but I think that's a pretty cool kind of composition overall. I don't know. Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, not very good. It looks like actually you came more from Marco. What do you mean? No, like I'm not an environment artist. Like I've drawn environments and I try my best to keep improving in this kind of like sort of thing. But like environment art it's not like my main thing that I usually do. So whenever I do anything like this, I do feel a little bit like out of my depth. Also I think we're gonna add like a cool shape over here because this just yeah, that just looks cool. This is realistic. I don't know. It's fucking Mario Kart. It's fine. I don't need to worry about realism. So yeah, some like rock formation thing over here. I think that looks kind of cool. But yeah, like I'm not. This is not like the thing that I feel the most comfortable doing. So I'm telling you why I'm doing things, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the thing you should do or why you should do it at all. It's just kind of like the thing I'm doing. That's as deep as that goes. Like when I'm talking about what I'm doing, it's just this is what I'm doing because it's what I think I should be doing. Doesn't mean it's what I should be doing. It's just as far as I know, which is not very far. Like yeah, I can make something look okay. But I think that's also because if you do something enough times, you kind of get good at it. I'm still not good at it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Mr. Green. But yeah, just trying here. Like I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I've been watching a bunch of artists who actually like draw environments and do stuff for a living recently, and I'm like, oof, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like some improvement is needed on my part. A lot of improvement is needed on my part. So, anyways, I think like a tall rock formation here goes well with that. Yeah, I think that goes well with that. And like having that character over here, a little darker than that, but having this character over here doing the little jump, it's pretty good. It has an interesting framing to it. And maybe we can add some like a little bit of lightness here to kind of like, yeah, something like that. And obviously these stripes, I mean, I'm not going to do like a full-on value study, says, well, he's pretty much doing a full-on value study. But like, yeah, these stripes would obviously like be more kind of like light than the rest of the thing, because like it's the whole like black, like white and red stripe thing. But you guys kind of get an idea. I think it's a pretty decent kind of like representation of this whole thing. Let me make this a bit darker because it is asphalt. So let me make this bit a bit darker just in general. Says while not doing a full volume study, doing an actual freaking full volume study. Yeah, let's make this slightly darker like that and just do a little bit of this. And a thing that hey Jack Arts, how you doing? Oh my god, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're doing some Mario Kart environment thumbnails because I don't feel comfortable doing more than a thumbnail when it comes to environment art right now. Much less on stream and much less on a Monday stream. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing right now. Yeah, I think we need a bit more light here. I think the light needs to go a bit further down. Yeah, more like that. Okay, so yeah, I think I've also like noticed that does add a lot. It's like once you have like your heart things, adding a little bit of like glow and like light and atmosphere through like an airbrush. I know it feels kind of silly, but it kind of does add a little bit. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add a little bits of something just to like create little bits of like important like, hey, look at me. And, a little bit of atmospheric stuff. Just like this in general, like covering all of this with like a bit more of that. Kind of like almost making the vibe like the idea that like there's a bit of glare on the camera because of how bright it is out here in the desert. That's kind of the idea. So something like this, and I think that makes it look pretty nice, I think. So yeah, I'm thinking the perspective on Princess Daisy is actually a bit off. I think I might need to make her a bit smaller. And I'm going fully off of vibes here, which isn't great. You would normally probably want to have an actual grid with perspective and stuff, but I don't like them, so I've decided not to go with them. So I don't know what this song is. Let's go back to Dolphin Shoals. Beep. Okay. So just hold on with me for a second while I just delete everything behind Daisy and pretend it's not there. Did it doop? And just color this in like this. And then this would be kind of like this. Maybe a little bit lighter as we get closer to here. Yeah, something like that. Cool. So something like this, and then let's put Daisy back in there. But yeah, I think Daisy might have been too big, I think, for like the perspective that we have. I think I need to make her a little smaller, which means we kind of need to draw a bit of her cart. So I might switch to having her on a motorbike. Let me try draw her again from scratch actually. Where's my understandable, you got this. It's looking pretty cool already. Oh, thank you, Jack Arts. That's so nice. Okay, maybe okay, let's do a card, but let's do like a little bit like to the side. Okay. Let's try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try redraw her because I think it might work better if I just redraw her. Like that's the fun thing about thumbnails. I think it's like because you're not investing too much time into one thing, it means that like you can kind of like change things around and move things around a lot more comfortably than like when you're like drawing like fully like focused on a result and stuff, like it really does create that sense of pressure where like it's like, oh, I just spent 3 like hours on this. I don't want to redo it. So yeah, like it is kind of different. Actually, I'm gonna have her drifting as well. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. Um, Makes more sense to have her drifting anyways, doesn't it? Like to take the turn. Because like in Mario, at least in Mario Kart 8, drifting is pretty important. I've only really played the Wii when I was a kid, and then Mario Kart 8 now that I have a Switch. So like I'm no expert on Mario Kart, so you guys correct me if I'm super wrong here, but I think drifting is rather important in this game. So something like this maybe, maybe having her more on like a more unstable angle could be more fun. Like this is like an angle where like both wheels, like all four wheels are touching the road and like that's fine. But like I think I could do something more fun perhaps. I think. I don't know. So I'm gonna delete this kind of thing. Um I think that's fine. Okay, let's see. I have some references from Mario Kart. Because I feel like the cars kind of do a little bit of a more exaggerated wobble thing. Like they get more on their sides when you're drifting. Yeah, they do. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more of that. This is harder because perspective, but like the cart does a little bit more of that kind of thing when it's drifting. So we're gonna try and replicate that a bit better, I think. Kind of thing. Yeah. I'm going with a basic card because I can't be arsed. It's fine. It's okay, guys. It's fine. It's all fine. So something like that. It's got the wheel. It's got the back over here. Like the things coming out of there. Cool. Something like that, I think. Yeah, I think that's more interesting. More exaggerated. More interesting. Yeah. We're gonna go with that. Boop. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that for sure. It gives it more energy. Okay, so I think that's a better perspective. I think this is like better like that. If we want to get her closer in, we can. But then we need to like if we want to make her bigger, I mean like we need to bring her closer into here. I think that's okay. We can get away with that because like the most interesting I want you to be focused on is the face anyways. Like her looking back and like with the ha I'm gonna get shit kind of vibe. Like, yeah. Okay, so this over here. Sorry, I'm fucking around with layers. Okay, so something like this, and then like you see how quick, like just because we're doing like a little bit of a thumbnail, it means like I've drawn like 4 cards already. Uh, and like I'm using like none of those 3 other cards, but it means that I can like really quickly be like, no, it's fine. Like I can discard this without feeling like I just lost something, you know? Okay, so the way she's kind of gonna be sitting. She's kind of gonna be kind of like up and about, I think, or maybe no, maybe she's gonna be like full on sitting because she is kind of long. The princesses are kind of long in this game, so maybe like something like that. Then yeah, something more like that. And then she's looking back at Yoshi like, haha, fucker, I'm winning. You suck. Kind of vibes. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's Daisy. And she's got her little crown, and I think she wears a ponytail. I might be mistaken here. But if she wears a ponytail, it could be cool because we could add the hair kind of like flipping to the with the speed and stuff. Can't remember what they wear. Maybe they wear like I think they have like a pretty like racing outfit kind of vibe thing. But I don't know. Don't know why I chose to make a character as complicated as Daisy, but that's That's the thing I dug for myself, I guess. Um, she's got like jackets and stuff in this one, doesn't she? Wait, do I have her? Oh, there's one there in the background. Oh, she wears like a cool. Okay, okay. Actually, I kind of fuck with this. Like one of these like things. Don't fuck with that. It's cool. Okay. Her body still looks pretty awkward sitting down here though. Anatomy. Hey, young, young. Oh wait, young Gularu. We covered this last stream and I've already forgotten. Young Gularu. There we go. I'm good at my job. I don't know what you guys mean. Okay, so something like that. She's got a pretty weird proportions anyway, so we're just gonna make her like. Let's push her head to more closer towards the wheel, I think. Or like going more like ham is more fun like this. Yeah. Yeah, it's more fun. Yeah. Yeah, that's cooler. Okay, something like that. I don't know. I think she wears like an outfit or something. I don't know what her outfit is. It's fine. That's her body. She's like leaning in towards the thing. They have like gems and things, right? Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. I think that's pretty good. I think this is better and stronger than the last version. We can contrast and compare, but I think this like the perspective for this feels a bit less broken. Like I know I was going for like pretty extreme perspective, but I don't think I set it up like enough to have like half of her face take part of this. I think this works better. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Now let's give her some color. Some color, not color. Some like have value, I guess. So we're gonna make her quite dark, but then we're gonna be shooting her with like a bunch of lights. And again, I don't want to like full on do a whole ass value study, but like just we want her to stand out against the like pretty pale kind of environment around her. So something like this I think works pretty well. Yeah, a bit darker than our Yoshi. And then the thing is that we would then be like actually shooting light onto them, onto these characters. Like we would like be hitting them with like a bunch of light from above and stuff to kind of like define their stuff. And like, having that kind of contrast also helps kind of make you look at them. So something like that, like just like light actually hitting them and stuff. So yeah, I think something like that looks pretty neat. And again, I'm being pretty like pretty awful here and not really taking too much care for it because again, it's a thumbnail. But you guys get it. Like it has that vibe of like, racing and speed and stuff. Rue is good. It's all good. Haha, my username gets everyone stumbling. Yeah, I know, Rue. I feel like I got it last time and then just there's something about my brain today. I just yeah, it's there. It's not great, but it's right. It's there. Okay. So, sparks, because I kind of erased the sparks, kind of like flying from this. Big bumps over here. Maybe a little boost for this one or something. And then same like sparks flying out from behind her as well to kind of like frame her within that contrast. Like, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And oh, and I forgot about the shell. Yeah, the shell going in there. Bloop. Alright, some of that. Cool. Amazing. So that's kind of composition number one. I think that's pretty cool, and it kind of gives us that like chaotic energy that like the game has. So that's our composition number one. I'm not going to work on this one any further because again, we're doing thumbnails, so we don't want to spend too long on any of them. But that's like kind of like an hour-ish on a thumbnail. That's not bad. Given how terrible I am at this, like better people would work faster. I'm just not very good at this. Hmm. Like if you got like a better artist, I feel like they could have gotten this done a lot faster. But For me, this is pretty good timing, so I'll take it. But yeah, this is like a pretty cool piece and stuff. Like you got some characters in shadow and stuff because we don't really care about them. This one really calls your attention. Like there's a lot of energy going around them, but like then this is like the main thing. I feel like that's the thing I wanted to have with this is like not one very easily seen focus point of view. Also, if you see me zoom out a bunch, that's I do it to kind of like blur my eyes out and see if like I see the piece working, you know? So like yeah, I think it kind of works to have this kind of like contrast between like something that like this little guy jumping over here in the motorbike is like the main thing, but like this curvature going around and stuff, and like these two characters fighting and stuff, like they're closer to the screen, so your eye kind of darts around a bunch, and that's kind of what I want there to be happening, like that's kind of what I want to happen. But yeah, this character takes a lot of importance because they're framed within a frame within a frame, and then these two have like this kind of like most contrast in the thing. They're like darker characters in front of like a lighter kind of part. So yeah, that's kind of the vibe. Anyways, let's do a different one now. Okay, there was this really dumb idea I had, and I kind of want to do it. It's all good, haha. Oh man, you seem excited, Rue. I'm glad you enjoy it. But yeah, I hope you guys are liking the music. I don't know if it's too loud. You guys let me know if it is. But yeah. So yeah, no, like a big part I do, by the way, like just to showcase you guys, like layer wise, like I have this big layer on top that's kind of creating the frames for me, because it kind of helps to have like not have to worry about edges when you're doing this kind of stuff. I mean, just look at that. Like, but it's good to have like those edges set for yourself, because that's gonna really help when it comes to making a composition that kind of works and looks good. So yeah. Anyways, let's do some more stuff. So I had a really dumb idea, and I think I wanna try it. So I like the idea of like having a car being flipped, like following someone who's like whose car has just like flipped, maybe because like they've been hit by a shell or something, and then like having the entirety of the environment be like upside down. So like we're seeing the right side up version of like the character that's like down here, but then like the world is like here, so like you could see like the road and everyone else like over here. It's really stupid, but I kind of want to try it. So first of all, let me do a little bit of a, we've been discombobulated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, sometimes in like a film where like you will follow a character while like they flip around, and like the camera is stuck to that character, but you're flipping with them, so like it feels like the entire world is flipping around you. That's kind of the vibe I'm wanting for this. So like they're just going down a highway. I'm not going to be very elaborate with the actual course. I know there's like Mario Kart World has like a lot of like dead space in between racetracks, I think. So we're going for one of those, just like road, pretty flat road highway thingy. And then they're like people are being like flipped in the air, and we're following the person that's getting flipped in the air. So maybe add some like traffic lights or something. Um, let's actually do this one. Like not traffic lights, like these are not called traffic lights. These are called something else. What's it called? Oh my God. Um, road lights? Road lights, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of lost now. But I think you guys know what I mean. Like the highway lights, like there's like little lights to light up the road for you. I don't fucking know what they're called now. I just realized. God damn, it's not traffic lights. It's a traffic light, and now I can think of the word either, right? Like the traffic light is the red, blue, yellow thing, right? Not blue, the red, green, yellow thing. This is called something else. I can't remember what this is called. Yeah, I have no idea. Anyways, quick perspective trick. Like if an object is the same, like the same height, they're gonna be cut off by the horizon line at the exact same point. So like if I have this object over here that's quite large, you can actually do this pretty easily with digital drawing. Just by like doing a different layer and doing this. Like this is the object that's close by, this is the object that's far away. And like if they get cut off at the same exact point, it looks like they're in perspective. Like that's how you make things like be the same size. They need to be cut off by this like on the same point essentially. So yeah. Anyways, that's the rule. That's the rule. Yeah, that's how you can make like pretty quick, not traffic lights. Street lights. Yeah, light plus street light. I think is a term. Yeah, Brie, I think you got it. Thank you for that rescue. I think I was a little lost there. Yeah, I think you got it. I think it's street lights. But yeah, anyway, so like something like this, I think we're gonna do like kind of like a multi-lane highway kind of look. Because I again, I haven't played Worlds. I should really have played more, like looked up more Mario Kart stuff. But from the promotional material and like I remember watching a couple of videos of people playing and when it came out and stuff, it feels like they have these like big desert highways that just are just flat and like you do pretty much nothing on them and stuff. But they look fun. I sounds like I'm shitting on the game. I actually want to play World. Like it looks very fun. Let's pretend this is like the outskirts of the place, the racetrack we were just at, and like make it just desert. Because I don't want to be fucked with. I don't want to be asked to come up with other themes. I'm just lazy. That's it. That's the reason. I'm just being lazy. Um, no, there's like other stuff. They have like cities and stuff, and like a lot of other things. We might do another one of those. Like, but I don't have that much concept art for it, so that much concept, that much reference for it. So I'm just being a little lazy, and that's fine. And it's a thumbnail. So like essentially that's kind of like the thing. And then we're gonna be following our character that's over here flipped. But I don't want them to be flipped exactly like the same like way we are, but I wanted to like exaggerate it even more and have them look like almost like off balance still, even from this kind of like perspective, because I think that's gonna read quite well as like someone just got hit by a shell or something. I think we're gonna do one of the more normal looking cards, just for my sake more than anything. Let's do this one with the like lights. Why not? Street lights. Yeah. Okay, let's do this one. Ba-da-bup. So cars. I haven't really spent much time drawing vehicles. That should be a thing we do actually. I wanted to do this month as well. I think we're gonna do some fantasy vehicles specifically because like my friends Evie and Shield, they've got this new server that they've just started that's kind of like an artist community with like role play elements and stuff. Pretty fun place. And it's like a caravan thing. So I think we're gonna do a stream where we just like draw like a fantasy caravan that we would be living in and stuff. So yeah. Uh, so we're gonna have some fun with that. But I definitely gotta do some like vehicle studies and stuff. I know our friend Casey over here on Twitch did one recently because I saw a bunch of you posting from it and I was incredibly impressed, by the way. Gotta say that was really awesome. Seeing you guys actually like show up to other communities and absolutely kill it with your art, like hell yeah, that's awesome. Makes me very proud. Feel like a proud papa. But yes. So we're certainly like I feel like that's certainly something we have to kind of like try and do a bit more. But yeah, I'm literally just like life drawing right now. I'm looking at a Mario Kart Beagle and being like, okay, how do I? Okay, cool, like this. So yeah, if it looks a bit random, it's because I'm not really starting with like much of a construction. I'm just like going full in onto like the life drawing aspect of it because it's a pretty standard looking car. So cart, I guess. Yeah, so something like that. Let's put the wheels. I'm trying to think of like, yeah, I feel like the wheels wouldn't really move too much when it comes to the flipping. But something like this, I think this is kind of a fun one, right? Like, if the actual like environment looked a bit more interesting, maybe it'd be even better. But that sounds cool. I haven't drawn vehicles at all. No, it's not a common thing to draw, honestly. I I have drawn some vehicles, but whenever I sit down to try and like draw vehicles, and especially when I try to design vehicles from scratch, I do find myself having a lot of trouble. So like it's not a simple thing, no, definitely. Okay, we're gonna draw our character kind of like uh looking down at like the thing. I think we give them a little helmet. I think so, so they don't die when they fall. We're doing Daisy again. We might do Daisy again. I like Daisy. Daisy's great. Okay. Maybe no. Like it's like a pose of them like being two in the car feels weird. I think we should have them kind of like hanging out of the car in some way. Let's think. Let's think. Do you have any references of them being hit or something? I don't think so. Not really. But maybe like if I do make the car come in, because I don't dislike that you can see most of the car. Maybe we make it bigger and we kind of like move it a bit more to the edge of the screen. But I kind of like that you can see most of the car actually. I don't know. This is the fun stuff about thumbnails though, that like you kind of get to experiment with things. But I definitely wanted to look offset even as like the thing is, because like from this point of view, essentially like your car has absolutely flipped. And like we could even like look at it from this point of view. But I think this is more fun because it's more weird. I think in position wise though, I am gonna not make the road straight. I know I said I was gonna make the road straight, but I think we're gonna curve this. I think we're gonna curve this around. I think that's more fun and gives us a bit more dynamic kind of feel. You can still add the same kind of thing with the lamppost. You can still have the same thing here. But I think that's more fun actually. Yeah, I think that's a lot more fun. I want it to look more energetic. So I'm going for a lot of like energy and motion for these. Like I'm trying to get very energetic. Yeah, that feels a lot better. That feels a lot more energetic. Okay. We're gonna draw some cards under there, but we first kind of have to get like a pose for our character. So I think this is a pretty small card. So I think we might have them kind of like hanging out like here, like looking down maybe. I don't know. Like that. Because like it's supposed to be a pretty tiny car, isn't it? Yeah. Like they're kind of like loosing their footing a little bit and a bit on the side, kind of fallen. Does that make sense? Maybe smaller. This. Yeah, I think like this. And like, kind of like, oh no. Maybe they're grabbing their head. Like, oh no, I've fallen. Maybe they're grabbing the wheel steel, managing to like barely grasp onto the wheel. It's like they they kind of like flare about. Oh, actually, could we dramatize this and like make them like be losing an item or something? Maybe. I think composition wise we might need to make this a bit smaller just for the sake of the comp. These cars are really tiny though. It's so stupid. Um, okay, maybe I just make the car feel a bit bigger, make the character a bit smaller. Going to go now, but I look forward to seeing all the thumbnails later. Okay, Silver, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great day. I will see you on Thursday, hopefully. Have a great one. Bye 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 bye. I think you lose your items when you get hit. I can't remember. Yeah, maybe just them holding onto like their head like that. And like the foot coming out is already giving like unbalanced a bunch. So like we could give them like a little helmet. You know those like little helmets they wear sometimes? Yeah, give them a little helmet and they're like holding onto it or something. I think so. I think that's, I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to do with their other hand, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, I don't really know what to do with their other hand. Maybe like a little bit like that. And then it's like, yeah, that could be. Just like a little bit like, oops, oh no. thumb over there, hand like that. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's fine. I don't actually need to draw the hands or like these characters too well anyways. Like this is more, again, it's a thumbnail. We're just kind of like, kind of getting the overall, like focusing on the overall composition and making it work and making it dynamic as hell. So yeah, I think something like this kind of works again. And we're probably just gonna make it Daisy again because I've drawn her now once. So yeah. So she's gonna be looking up to kind of like make us look up into the thing and kind of like force us to take that realization that we're like upside down right now. I think that's pretty good. We might change the some of the positions of the stuff around. But I think that's pretty cool, kind of like moment, right? I don't know. It's weird. Uh, but yeah. Let's if we look at it from the other side, does that make sense? I mean, kind of. She might be a bit too big. I don't know. Maybe we make them smaller in the frame, but it's on a different layer, so it should be fine. We can control that. That's okay. So okay, so Daisy's just gonna be looking over here and like kind of like, oh shit, we just got thrown off. Oh no, looking up at the thing and oh no, got thrown off. That's so sad. And she's got that hair thing. She's got going on. And I kind of like the floopies, the hair floopy things, like tied thing that she's got with her hair, because it gives it a more, like it adds to the motion of the car flipping over. And I don't know if I want her to be like eyes open looking at the thing or like more kind of like eyes closed in the moment of like the impact, like that. That, I mean, that feels more interesting actually. Yeah, it feels more interesting like that. Oh, no. Yeah, that's more cool, I think. Okay, cool. Something like that. And then like have a jacket or something to like make the, it's not important, but to just kind of like add to like the zero gravity kind of feel. So something like that, and then like we could add certain things coming out of the car. I don't know if this actually happens, but I like the idea of like some nuts and bolts like being strewn about. It feels cartoony and it feels fitting. If they don't do this, they should 100% do this every time you get hit. Those big hits, there should be like some nuts and bolts that just shoot out. Nintendo, listen up. I got news for you. You gotta add nuts and bolts into your Mario Kart game. Okay. They should do that, right, Flagon? Also, hi, welcome. Okay. Is she too big? I think she might be a bit too big. I'm gonna make her a little bit smaller. Just a little bit smaller. Okay. And her other leg coming out here. I think that's pretty good. I think pose-wise, I don't mind this. Let me just in case I hate her later and I want to change the car or her or something, I'm gonna add those in two different things and just put them inside a little folder. Bloop. So I can move them together. Okay, I think that's pretty good for like the chaos of the thing. We can cut her off a little bit like that. But I think that's pretty good overall. And we're seeing her like in the front here, so she just got hit by like a shell. Okay, cool. And then we gotta have like all the other people down here like racing under her. So she's pretty high up in the air actually. That might be why she's looking a bit too big. I think it's because of the, like it implies that she's really close to us. Yeah, because I was fucking around with the car specifically, and the car felt good, but yeah, the cars are pretty small in this game, aren't they? So maybe something like this. This is the problem with not actually using a perspective grid. Kind of does create a couple of problems down the line sometimes. Also, for some reason, this is in the same layer. Should not be. Bloop. Yeah. I'm definitely on board with the nuts and bolts thing. I think that should be added. Nintendo, contact me, please. Thank you. Okay, so that works pretty well, I think. And now let's add a couple of erasers down here. And I think that's pretty neato. I think I kind of got something interesting. It's a bit dumber of an idea than the other ones, but I think it could be. It's like fun. It might be a bit less like Mario Karty, but you know. Also, I think we gotta add a couple more like Mario Karty things around, like maybe some like wheels over here. Um, have you guys actually gotten any of the Mario Lego sets? I don't like that there's no minifigures, but I've actually gotten a couple of them and I kind of like the builds. I find some of them on discount every once in a while, and I do have one like the Yoshi cart. But yeah, I do miss the idea of minifigs. I feel like it would be cool if we had several scales, but with how cartoony Mario sets are, I actually don't mind them that much. I know it's like a big thing in the discourse. But yeah, I think they're fine. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Let's do double stripe over here. Like that double yellow stripe thing from the roughs. And this is like more of this. Okay, cool. I think that's pretty cool. And then we can add the other cards coming in here. So let's have some like a quad kind of thing, maybe a more like standard kind of cart over here. And Mario's driving this one. The bastard. Just hit us with the thing. Okay. Hit his sister-in-law with a full-on shell. Wow. Wow, could you imagine doing that? Wow. Okay, something like that. I can have little Mario over here with his big nose and mustache looking up like Mamma Mia. Okay. And his hands on the wheel kind of thing. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Little Mario logo in there. Um, we can have what else? What else? There's those like there's that little car that kind of looks like a bug. That one's fun. Let's do that one and give it like huge wheels. Boop. I could put like Toadette up there. There we go. Or that's Toad. It's one or the other. I think Toadette has the little. There you go. Now that's Toadette. Um, let's make sure that perspective-wise this works. And then like some more cards over here in the distance. I think we should have like maybe one of them like jumping up or like I don't know. Maybe not. Should have the shell over here. That looks silly. That looks pretty good actually. Yeah. I don't know if I love her posts. Let's try and chain swap her mirror layer and see what she would look like. Yeah, actually that works a bit better. Kind of like that more. I'll have to swap around the little bolts and nuts and bolts and stuff, but I think that looks better. Yeah, I think that looks better. I feel like we're missing something like big foreground element kind of thing. I feel like we're missing something like here in the foreground. Something interesting. Maybe here. We could do like a road sign, maybe. Yeah, road sign. Like one of those highway signs. And they have like the scaffolding behind it kind of thing. Like this kind of like cross-hatching scaffolding kind of thing. I don't know what a road sign actually looks like, but something like this. I think like here in the foreground to kind of like bring her up more closer to us so she doesn't look as far away, I think. Yeah, I think that works better with this. It's kind of silly, but like by adding something at this kind of thing, it does make her feel like she's a lot closer to us. Because she is like we want to make her quite large because we want her to feel very close to us. But if we have her like alone in this kind of like layer of depth, it does make her feel like she's too huge. Like I think this kind of like makes her feel more like she belongs. So cool. I'm flipping the canvas a lot for this one. I could just be flipping the canvas, but I don't know how I'm doing this. Okay. Let's do a little bit of the fun parts of adding the little bits of whatchamacallem and the not the hues, god damn it. The values. Let's do a little bit of the values. Okay, so also we're gonna add some shapes with that in the background to kind of like make this whole like area feel a bit more interesting and frame our character a bit better. So we're kind of gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna change like those formations and things, I think, to kind of like frame her a bit better. Cool. So let's get all of you guys inside one little group. There we go. And I think this bolt needs to be more here. This nut can come in closer to this. And this other nut, we're gonna move to here. Nope, sorry, I took part of the wheel. There we go, to here. It's not very clean, but it's something. There we go. I'm not loving the legs now. Yeah, I think I'm not loving her pose. I know, again, we're doing thumbnails and it's not super important, but it does feel like she's driving on the wrong side of the car. Wait. If we change the orientation of the car, just change her orientation. Wait. Because it's true, she looks like she's doing like, she's almost sideways, which, I mean, is what I wanted for the legs, but I don't think I like it for this, so what if we have her more like this? I think that, yeah, that feels a lot better. We just don't bother with the legs. Let's do some like big fender things over here to kind of like fill up that space, and then like it's just like being hit like that, and that's fine. There we go. Yeah, yep. She feels like she belongs a lot more in this car now. Yep, that's great. That's awesome. Okay, cool. And then this lamppost can stay. Not lamp. Yeah, lamppost. Is it lamppost? Is it street light? I forgot what we call those. Oh no, we're back at this. It's not traffic light though. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's definitely not traffic light. Okay. What song is this? Title screen from Dragon Quest 4. Yeah. No, we don't want that. One Mario, thank you very much. Streetlights, yes. Thank you, Rue. Thank you, Bree. Oi. Sorry. I know I'm sleepier and more low energy on Mondays. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm kind of focusing today. We're not ranting about random stuff as much as we usually do. Not scaring away the new viewers with stuff. Hey, what just get absolutely rated like minutes right before I decide to finish today's stream? It always tends to happen on Mondays. It's like when I'm more tired, the most tired, and just like, oh yeah, I can't do more of this. That's when the rates start coming in. And I feel bad with like getting a raid and being like, okay guys, well you just caught us leaving. Like oh man, you got here. I kind of got to show you what the heck I'm about. Maybe hopefully you stay. Maybe I don't know. Eh, it's weird. It does happen, right, Jax? How you been doing, by the way? Were you streaming today? I don't know if you were. I haven't caught one of your streams yet. No, wait, I have, haven't I? No, I have caught one of your streams. Yes, I did. You were drawing a demon, I think, right after one of my streams ended. I was like looking around, and I think I did catch one of these streams. Yes, 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 yes. I should have just run the stream for 5 more minutes when it happens. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, I kind of like I'm hungry and tired and I want to go home, but home as if I don't like, yeah. But like, you kind of want to do a little bit of performance for the people who just showed up, just so they know you exist at the very least. Yeah, I don't know. This is fun. Yeah, I did. Okay, okay, good, 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 good. I thought so. I thought so. It took me a second. I was like, wait, 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 no, no. Because I knew I wanted to catch one of these streams, but I couldn't remember if I did manage. And then I'm like, no, no, I did manage it. I do remember you drawing with like your red liner, drawing I think it was a demon. And I think your PNG tuber wasn't like your VTuber. I think it's a VTuber. Your VTuber wasn't like fully finished. You were just still like updating and working on it. It still looked amazing though. But yeah, want to be a goat host. Exactly, Rue, exactly. I'm like, yeah, I wanna be nice. I want people to actually like watch this and be like, huh, I want to come back maybe one day. Because that's kind of the idea. But yeah, I think that's what I'm meant to do as a streamer. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm still very new to this, but I think that's the vibe. Bidoo-bidoo-bidoo. Okay, so this little sign over here, again, like it's not very important or anything, but it's just, I think, gonna ground this character a little bit and give us a little bit of that, like, we're closer to the screen vibe, so like it feels like these guys are further away from us. I don't know if perspective makes any sense here, but it's a silly Mario Kart. It's fun. I'm not good at this. It's okay. Loving the thumbnails. Thank you, Monkey Marks. Hey, 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 how you doing? We're drawing upside down because I'm making an upside down one. Mario Kart. So this is our first one, and kind of like this desert road thing. I'm making up the actual like I don't know what they look like, so I'm just making it up. And then this one, they're like in a highway and Daisy's flipping. We've decided that Daisy's our protagonist today for some reason. I mean, she's the best girl, so yeah. You jumping in one of Jack's streams is how I found about you. Oh, really, Fliggin? Oh, damn. Dim, 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 damn. I didn't even know that. That's awesome. See, this is why it's cool to jump in people's streams. I love the art community here on Twitch. It's so good. I love it. I'm doing good. Eating mac and cheese before bed. Oh, damn. My partner would be so jealous right now. I don't know if she's gonna show up today. I think she's way too freaking tired. But she loves mac and cheese. She loves mac and cheese. Like loves, loves, loves mac and cheese. If I if like if I took her to a fancy like the fanciest restaurant in the world and they had mac and cheese in the menu, she would love me forever. I think she'd propose in that spot, so yeah. Maybe that's how I should propose. With mac and cheese. It's actually not a bad idea. I'm gonna keep that. May keep that in mind. Always wondered like how people think about like the whole proposing thing, because I know that's a very American thing. We didn't really do like proposals or rings and stuff in Spain as like a cultural thing, but ever since American movies have been so prevalent, I think most people do proposals now. But like it's not a very Spanish thing to do. What about Kraft mac and cheese with hot dogs? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'd love to share. You guys are just enjoying mac and cheese while I draw. No, that's great. That's fine. I'm not hungry for mac and cheese. Thank you for asking if I wanted some. No, it's okay. I see you. I see where your priorities are. I understand, Chad. You won't want me to have no mac and cheese. That's fine. Hell yeah. It's okay. I think it's common in Mexico, but making it like super big, it's usually just a family thing. Yeah, that's interesting. Cause like yeah, and like thing like the whole ring thing, like having a an engagement ring, that's also not like it is common now. Like that's the thing. I feel like American movies kind of fucked us over because we used to not spend a bunch on a ring that people are gonna wear for a couple of months. Like that dude used to not be a thing, but now because they do it in the movies, you kind of have to do it. Like, what are you gonna do? Not get your partner a ring, and so everyone's like, oh, why didn't he get you a ring? Like, you kind of have to do it. Eh. But it's kind of like a very new thing, like culturally speaking. I'm doing this on the wrong. Oh, there we go. That was the problem. I forgot I had that. Bip, 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 bip. There we go. Fixed. But yeah, it's kind of like a new thing. It's kind of interesting. Lol. For automatically thanks to you. Thank you, Marky Marks. Appreciate it. I will have some mac and cheese. Sometimes the guy brings serenata. Oh yeah, yeah. I know. I get that. My engagement ring is a $2 metal band, which I love. Oh hell yeah. And I got my fiance a bracelet. Oh hell yeah. That's another thing I do. I mean, I have interesting views on different types of jewelry. They're not like necessarily good or bad, but I just like I have interesting views on jewelry. I don't particularly like the way most engagement rings look. I think they're a little bit tacky in my opinion. But I'm also kind of weird with that stuff. I don't particularly like a lot of jewelry in general. But I also don't dislike people who wear jewelry. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, I just personally don't fuck with it too much. I'm not a jewelry guy. Used to be when I was a kid, I think. I just have like cool like goth style rings with dragons and snakes on them and shit. But I also wanted to be a supervillain when I was a kid, so you know, taste change. uh, yeah, I think we need to get like a. I think we get one of those there, right? Yeah, I don't like the hand post anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna change the hand post. It has a big stone on the ring. I want to be able to cut things open. You want a giant, sharp, big stone to tear. Who needs to be a hero when you can be a super villain? Yeah, no. Aw, thank you, Brie. I full on wanted to like I fantasized about being a super villain as a kid. Like not for like evil reasons. I just they were the coolest people in every movie. Like, I don't know. I wanted to have like an island base where I did genetic experiments to try to create dragons, you know? I thought, you know, you have bats, they got wings. You got lizards, they look like dragons. What if you mix both of them? And like I used to design what like my different layers would look like. I used to like draw drawings of like what different like robots that could defend my like base and my laboratory would look like. I also planned diagrams of my grave because I wanted to have a very elaborate grave like in the Indiana Jones and Mummy movie style thing where like with booby traps that would kill people if they walked into it wrong. Um yeah, I don't know. That was kind of like my vibe as a kid. Yeah, like you say, Fligan, honestly. Like, yeah, very mega mind coded, to be honest. Yeah. Layer design stream when? I know what you mean. It's fun to not be bound by morals in a fantasy sense, lol. Yeah, generally. And like villains always seem to have the most fun in movies anyways. Like they got to be very like theatrical and stuff. And like I'm like I'm straight, but I'm a very queer coded straight person. So like I like the fact that a villain could be incredibly theatrical and incredibly like camp and people would still think he's cool. I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. I think like a like watching Phantom of the Opera and being like, oh, I want to wear a fucking cape and a cool mask, like that kind of shit, you know? I don't know. Like sitting on the throne and being like, well, look who's here, Mr. Hero Man. Like, yeah, that was my vibe for sure. Plus, I thought dragons were real because I had the dragon book. And if you know, you know what the dragon book is. You guys, I feel like you guys know what the dragon. I don't even need to explain it. I had the dragon book. And so I was like, oh, dragons are 100% real. So I'm just gonna, if I can't find them, I'll make them, I guess. Yeah. I know what you mean. It's fun to be bound by morals in a fantasy sense. Yeah, Ursula, Dr. Facilier, and Claude Frollo. Yeah, yeah. Villains are always peak design. I only have a mini dragon book. Oh, yeah. I had the big dragon book and the mini dragon book. I grew up wealthy. I could afford two whole books. Yeah, no, I freaking love those books so much. The mini one was so good. I think I got the mini one gifted to me, and I liked it so much I managed to convince my mom to buy the big one. But it was like a huge deal because it was like, like this is a $20 book. Like this is the only gift you're getting for a really long time. Like you're like if you get this, like that's it. And I was like, yes, this, please, thank you. Great, best decision I ever made. Um, did you see the Dragon documentary? I did see the Dragon documentary, and I will let you know, guys, one thing. The guy who animated for the Dragon documentary, who did the 3D animations for the dragons in the Dragon documentary, was my teacher in university. So he was teaching me animation in university. The fucking Dragon documentary guy. Yes, he worked on that documentary. Okay, let me wash dishes real quick, BRB. No worries, monkey. Dragon documentary one where they found a dragon in ice. Yeah, the one where they were like, yeah, dragons totally existed back with the dinosaurs. And I was like, wait, hold on. And then it, like I think it has a disclaimer at some point being like this is fictional. I was like, ah fuck. No, I wanted it to be real so bad. That was like back when they started doing mockumentaries, but like really not explaining well that they were mockumentaries. So like people like me, I 100% believed it. So yeah, they probably should have had a bit more disclaimer in that one. But yeah, anyways. Man, as a child thought that was real. I know, and it took me years to learn it was fake. I know though, like I had a conversation, a full-on conversation with my dad to find out it was fake. Like, yeah, yeah. It was a child. It was the most upfront of them, but all still barely any. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think they got less and less like transparent as they went on. I seem to, I maybe hallucinated this, but I feel like I remember watching someone on YouTube do a review of all of those documentaries. I think so. Was there a mermaid one? I don't know if I ever saw the mermaid one, but I think I saw someone on YouTube do like a review of all of those and like being like, yeah, they kind of like get worse and worse as they go along. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up, but it might have been a while ago, so I can't remember. I watch too much YouTube anyways. Which villain do you think has the most boring design? Ooh, oh, Are we saying from like a group of villains or like villain general? Because like a lot of MCU villains do suck really bad. You have terrible designs. If we're talking just general villains, is a thing. Um, but I think if we're talking like animated villains, God, there's some really good villain designs. Uh, Probably like the Wish movie, which I still haven't finished. I kind of started it. I got kind of bored and I couldn't finish it. I usually finish movies. That's like a pretty bad thing when it comes to me. I usually always like if I start a movie, I'm gonna finish that movie. But I kind of couldn't get through it because the backgrounds look like fucking ass. I don't know why I know they were trying to go for hand painted, but that did not. That did not look good. Um, yeah, I don't know. That one looks pretty shit. There's some really good villains though. Disney villains. If we're talking 2D, Gaston has a pretty normal design, but it works really well for him. So like if we're like it's like are we talking like character design is like in the abstract, like which one looks the lamest? Or like character design as in like which one fits the least for their character? Because like Disney villains, I don't love Jafar because he looks a bit racist design wise, but also because he wants to sleep with a 13-year-old. But also like he is kind of camp, so and I do love his face. So like, you know, Yeah, Gaston is normal yet so memorable. I think Gaston is like is looks normal because he's meant to. Like I think that's the point. The Beast looking like it's pretty obvious. The Beast looking like a monster, whereas like the villain looks like just a handsome guy. Like I think that's the point of it. Um, Ooh, I don't like the guy from Pocahontas, but I also very much don't like Pocahontas. So I could be. I do like that he's very queer coded. I just don't like him as a human being. I kind of want to punch him. See how I glitter. Yeah, yeah. I think underrated is Dr. Facilier. Which one's Dr. Facilier? Wait, my brain. I know that name. What movie is that? No, I'm blanking right now, but I know the name Dr. Facilier. Princess and the Frog. Oh, fuck yeah. No, he slaps. He's 10 out of 10. Best villain song, in my opinion. Like, Are You Ready? Are You Ready? Best villain song, I think. Like, for me. And that's saying something because villain songs are the best part of any Disney movie. The human beast design is so mid. Yeah, yeah, he does look better as the beast. He generally does. I'm not a furry. That's just the truth, man. That just is the truth. He objectively looks so much hotter as the beast than he does as a human guy. They could have kept the. I feel like it's because it was the early 2000s, but they really should have kept the beard. Like I know it's because of like the time where they like made this like the handsome standards. But like they really should have kept like made him like a big bear type of guy. Like should have put like a big beard on him and I don't know, you know what I mean? Like made him look like the beast version, but like human. I feel like someone's done that. Like if someone's definitely done like a what if beast but human guy. Like a big broad shouldered kind of like more hairy guy with like a big beard kind of thing, bushy eyebrows. That would have slapped, I think. But yeah. Dr. Facilier is so good. Princess of the Frog kind of slaps. I do hate that we spend most of the movie with them as frogs, though. That weird thing where, like, every fucking character of color in an animated movie just becomes an animal. Kind of fucking weird, man. They keep doing that over and over again. Love Facilier, but best villain song for me is Frollo. Oh, you do have a point, Monkey Marks. Oh, yeah. Like fire, hellfire. Fucking slaps. Oh God, villain songs are hard. They're so good. They're some of the best parts of every Disney movie, I think, the villain songs. Yeah, they lit his face strangely. The either beard or the face could have been it lit definitely. Yeah, differently. Yeah. I know, lol. I want to maybe that's the next challenge. Everyone redesign the beast from Beauty and the Beast and make him actually look hot. Uh, Hellfire, I know, lol. Hellfire and Out There being two parts of the same song is so good. Yes, yes. I mean, I love Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think that's one of those movies that maybe if you take out some of the cringy stuff from the Gargoyles, it's just a perfect film. Like full on, just so fucking good. Like so good. It's so good, man. It's really so good. Like fire, hellfire. That means he's got to burn. Bah, bah, bah. And then the choir going up and like the hooded figures. Ah, and the actual Esmeralda in the freaking fire. Yeah, no. Slaps. Slaps. I can't tolerate the gargles. Everything else is perfect. Yeah, that's the thing. It is like absolute fire song. It really is so good. The reprise. It's so good. It's so good. No, it slaps. Hunchback is such a good movie. I think that's the thing. Like the gargoyles are just annoying. It was that time in the Disney. Like it's really weird. What like the Disney Renaissance owes most of its everything to the musical writing of this one man whose name I forgot. Broadway legend passed tragically of AIDS because of course every good fuck like there's such a gap in just quality people because like so many people died during the AIDS epidemic that like all those peak artists just like there's I feel like there's a lull after that where like all these incredible artists and amazing people just like disappeared because of that fucking I just yeah terrible time. Anyways, do not get too sad about it. I feel like Disney kind of learned the wrong lesson from like the Disney Renaissance, and at some point they thought that like comedians as side characters was like the thing that made those movies good. I still am bothered about Tarzan not having like there's that weird moment where they stop doing musicals and it's just like they just have someone else sing what the feelings are, and it still feels like it could have been so much like, don't get me wrong, Treasure Planet, absolute peak. Treasure Planet is so fucking good. But imagine if he got an I Want song. Imagine if we got a duet when they're like getting like when he's teaching him. Like, think about it. Think about a world where Jim sings, and tell me that movie wouldn't be the best fucking thing you've seen in your life. Like, sincerely. Like, I love Treasure Planet. It's a 10 out of 10, but it could have been an 11 out of 10, I think. I think. I might be completely wrong here, but I don't know. Thinking of that world where like we got it, like I just wanted to sing. I wanted to see him sing an I Want song as he looks out the window. I don't know. I don't know. Is it I maybe I'm just too corny, But yeah, Treasure Planet is peak. Treasure Planet is peak. No, no, no. Treasure Planet is absolute peak. Absolute peak. One of the best movies Disney has ever done, and so incredibly underrated. If you haven't seen Treasure Planet, I highly recommend it. I had the pleasure, the absolute pleasure, of watching Treasure Planet for the first time ever with my girlfriend. Like, she watched it for the first time ever. I've obviously had seen it before, but she hadn't. And I got to watch her react to one of the best Disney movies ever made. And it was one of the best experiences of my life. Honestly, I love her so much, and seeing her like tear up and laugh, she kind of made me like the robot. It was great. Yeah, I kind of like the robot now. I find him very funny now. Um, it also does help because like when I watched it originally as a kid several times because I was obsessed with this movie, I watched the Spanish dub, and the robot's not as funny in it because it's not what's his face, and I actually kind of like what's his face now. I forget the name of the actor, the guy from Only Murders in the Building. He plays Jack Frost in the Santa Claus 3, I think. I forgot what his name is, but yeah, I like him, so I kind of like the robot now. I love Tarzan. I'm okay with Disney stepping away from musicals if they do want to. Maybe just like Phil Collins a lot. No, I don't dislike Tarzan. Tarzan's good. I don't know. I feel like when I watch these movies, it feels wrong when the characters don't start singing and I hear Phil Collins. Like, I don't know. It just feels wrong to me. I want the full corniness. I want the full on corniness of seeing these characters sing. Like, that's, yeah. Best hero song. Ooh, Go the Distance. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, ad. Thank you. I didn't realize we were in an ad. Okay, I'm gonna think about best hero song while the ad goes on. I don't know what my best hero song would be, actually. I like the villain ones more than the hero ones. But there's some really pick hero songs. I think I like the I Want songs the best out of hero songs. Like the does that by the way, I've been saying the I Want song as like if people understand what that is. I don't know if anyone Martin Short? Yeah, Martin Short. Thank you, Brie. Thank you. Martin Short. He plays the robot. And yeah, I used to hate the robot as a kid. I thought he was too shouty and annoying. Now I kinda like him. So yeah. Back. Random memory unlocked. Destiny's Ghost being voiced by Peter Dinklage at first. Then was referred to as the Dinkleball. Oh, you're right. The ghost in Destiny was Peter Dinklage, and he sounded like he could not give less of a fucking shit. It was great. He did not care at all. It was so funny. Yeah, thank you for that memory unlock. They changed that, didn't they? They had this other woman voice it who actually cared a lot about the franchise. I think when Destiny 2 closed, she did like a post being like, "Thank you so much for everyone who fought alongside us," and stuff. Like, she really gave a shit. It was very funny. Peter Dinklage could not care less about Destiny. It was so funny. He was like, "Yeah, I guess go to the thing and do the thing. I guess I don't know. Don't care." Don't know if it's nostalgia, but I prefer listening to Hercules in Latin American Spanish. Yeah, it is probably nostalgia. It happens. It happens. Hercules is also a really good movie. I like Hercules. It's such a weird take on like thing, but yeah, it kind of slaps. I'm not gonna lie. And Megara is like such a good character. I love her. Yeah. God, I love Disney so much. I'm such a Disney adult, but I also like don't like Disney as a corporation. But their movies fucking slap. I'm sorry. I guess some of the best movies ever. I still think Tangled is the best 3D Disney movie. I love Tangled so much. I'm such a sucker for Tangled. I'm trying to think what the best hero song is. Mm. I do love the soundtrack of The Lion King. The I just want to be king. I just can't wait to be king. Kind of slaps really hard. Mm. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I can't really come up with the best hero song right now. And Simmer. I just read Hans Zimmer. Hades is another amazing design. Hades is another amazing villain too. Yeah, yeah, he's great. Flicken got me into art lol. Ooh, hell yeah. Hans Zimmer, yes. I don't know what the Hans Zimmer yes is about, but I do love Hans Zimmer as a composer. He's great. I should listen to them. I'm loving Latin music lately. And Elton John. Oh yeah, Elton John is in there. Are we talking Lion King? Yeah, Hans Zimmer, Elton John. Yeah, I think we're talking Lion King. Usually prefer the English version of the movies, the original language. But Hercules is the ones where I'm like, Latin American dub is way better. Yeah, I get you though, Jack. Like sometimes you grow up with a dub. I know a lot of people don't like this doesn't happen to them, but like yeah, like if you live in a country where you have like dubs in a lot of movies, sometimes the dub is way more nostalgic to you, and like it just feels warmer and nicer than the actual like listening into the original version. I'm still standing. Oh, I will say I hate musical biopics with a passion. The Elton John biopic is so good. If you haven't seen Rocket Man, highly recommend it, especially if you like Elton John. But like, even if you don't like his music, that's a good fucking biopic. That's how biopics should be made, in my opinion. That's how you make a biopic. You take a very very short and specific section of that person's life, and you make a full character arc with it, rather than like what most biopics are, which is just like a really quick like summary of their Wikipedia. Yeah, no, that slapped. Rocket Man, so good, so good. I loved it too. Lol, I'm biased because I have a huge crush on Taron Egerton. Yeah, yeah, he does such a good job in that movie though. No, I'm a big biopic hater, and especially musical biopics. I hate biopics in general, but musical biopics, oh, I just can't. They're so incredibly formulaic and so terrible. Like the fact that Bohemian Rhapsody was anywhere near the Oscars to me is a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. That movie is edited and shot like absolute garbage, and the story is so terrible and so mid. I can't. I have a real passion and hatred for biopics. So yeah, no. When I say that like the Rocket Man one is good, like it's fucking good. It's a good movie. Highly recommend. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. They ruined Nina Simone. They did ruin Nina Simone. They really freaking did ruin Nina Simone. That I never forgive them for that. No. Musical biopics just suck. They did like a parody movie of a musical biopic like so long ago, and like the one of these like American comedians, the guy with the curly hair from Chicago, he plays the husband, the scorned husband. I forget what the hell his name is. Anyway, he did like I think it's called Walk Hard, and it's like a parody of a musical biopic, and it's literally just all the musical biopics that come out today. Like it just is. It's just like, yeah, that's just what they do. Like the fact that that movie is out there and still people are like, yeah, let's make more. Like that is just what musical biopics are. Nah, I'm not a fan of musical biopics. No, sir. I think that's my least favorite film genre. Beep, boop, botonk. But no, the Rocket Man one slaps. Very much recommend. It's a really good one. Okay, so this is kind of like the main thing, but I do want to add some lighting to it. I don't think this lighting is looking very good. So let us just maybe do a little bit of lighting in the background over here, just in general. I think it needs to be lighter. Just a bit of bounce lights on this guy over here. I know we're not supposed to be like fully lighting things, but I don't know. I'm kind of bad at this anyway, so yeah. Dewey Cox. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's disappointment. I got depressed for a week. John C. Riley. Dude, I love how dynamic this is. Oh, thank you so much. We're trying to go for dynamic, so that's the goal. I might be overdoing it right now a bit because it's supposed to be a thumbnail, and I think I might be overdoing it a tiny little bit, but you know, it's just fine. We're having fun, I hope. I'm having fun at least, so I hope you guys are too. But yeah, no, I do really like the Disney Renaissance. Ooh, the Mulan's what's it called? The Reflection? I think that might be my favorite hero song. I think that might be my favorite hero song. Reflection from Mulan. I do love a lot of the music from Mulan. Right? The perspective is amazing. Oh, thank you, Simple Peace. Thank you so much. That's so right. That's so nice. Not so right. That sounded like a huge brag. No, that's so nice. It's what I meant to say. I'm just a bit out of it. It's Monday, guys. I can't. I'm just happy I can even speak right now. But yeah, that's really nice. Thank you so much. I don't know if the perspective is good, but also the shot is like the whole thing is supposed to be looked at like this, but I'm just painting it upside down for some reason. So yeah. uh, Composition of the elements overwhelm me, so I sometimes revert back to portraits. Yeah, I get you. That's why I like doing thumbnails, though. Like, if I had to do this, but like make sure that the anatomy and the perspective and everything's right, like it would be a lot harder than like here, where I'm just like spending like 30 minutes in each of them, maybe a bit more, because I am getting distracted a little bit. But you know, like just doing a little bit of this and that, and then like if I actually were to illustrate that, I would basically draw over the entire thing and start over, but having this as like a reference for like where to position things and stuff. And as you can see, it's a lot easier and quicker to like test things out and move things around. And yeah, the car looks good because I literally just looked at a car that looked exactly like this and drew it. Like I had a lot of reference for that car. So yeah, don't feel overwhelmed if you're like, oh, my cars don't look this good. Yeah, no, I cheated the hell out of that one. Okay, so lighting wise, I think we're gonna have like pretty much just overhead lighting for the thing. I think let's do a little bit of that. So just like a little bit of like rim lighting over here from like the overhead lighting. I think, yeah, I think maybe I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't have any interesting lighting ideas, so I'm just going boring. So yeah. And then like a little bit of bouncing inside of these things, and yeah, and we kind of gonna have like maybe let's say that like the sun is, I mean, if the sun is hitting this way, we might be able to get something on her face. So let's do that instead. Um, that's more interesting. Beep, 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 beep. These compositions and elements overwhelm me. Yeah, just stop neglecting thumbnails, lol. Cheated used reference. Yeah, I mean it's cheating when I do it. It's perfectly fine when you guys do it. uh, it's just I get to like self-deprecate, but you guys like when you do it, like it's not cheating to use reference. Like using reference is just like a thing. But I just life drew it. Like I didn't even like try to design a car. That's what I'm saying. Because a lot of times I do design things, but like, and that does make it a lot harder. But in this case, there was no designing. It was just drawing a thing that already existed. So that kind of makes things a lot easier. Perspective wise and all that kind of stuff. All that jazz. Okay, so something more like this, I think. It's just not for the sake of like because that's what like the sun would do and stuff. It's just for the sake of what would make this look more interesting. That's kind of what I'm like basing this lighting scenario on. It's like what would look better for my composition. And I think that's like a thing we kind of have to think about sometimes as artists. It's like it's not about like what would be realistic here, like anything like that. It's like what is gonna look better for me in this moment. And that's probably what you should go for. So yeah. So does this contradict some of the other stuff I've put in here? Yes, 100%. I'm gonna go fix that now. So okay. Hmm. So like I don't really like how this frames her, so I kind of want to do something here to kind of like make sure that you look at her face. So maybe we're just gonna create a little bit of glare over here, just like simple, like not even having to add an element or anything, just like putting some white, fading it around, and just creating a little bit of glare around her head, like, you know, there you go, that's it. Just a little bit of that to kind of like just separate her from the background. That's pretty much it. I think that's pretty good. I don't like the lamppost being that close, so I'm gonna move that and change that. Let's get rid of the line art, and then let's just move the lamppost around. Bloop. Because I think it's too close to her, and I don't like it, so I'm just gonna make it a little bigger and put it more here to the edge. I'm gonna rid of this other lamppost. There we go. That's better. See, that looks a little better when it comes to the framing. That logic doesn't add up. Cheating with references? What is this? Art fight? Yeah. No, I basically did life drawing for this car, so. Oh man. But yeah, no, this is looking kind of nice, right? Like, I think lighting wise. And again, you can see how like adding those little bits of blur, because like doing the hard shadows and hard lights is how you should start. Like, you should start with your hard shadows and your hard lights when you're doing something like this, when you're like propping in this elements and stuff. But if you add a little bit on top of that, you add a little bit of the softer transitions, that's gonna bring it like into this new space where like you get a little bit of that atmospheric blur and like those highlights and stuff, because we do have a mixture normally in images of like hard and soft shadows, so like you kind of have to do a bit of both. But I don't want people to start just with soft shadows, because then you can get, you guys know that look, the very kind of like deviant art look where like someone just paints solely with an airbrush. So I'm scared of that. So if you are too, I would suggest you start with the harder stuff, like with the harder shadows, with the harder stuff. Yeah, hard drugs. No, with the harder shadows, and then like add the soft ones on top, essentially. Does that make any sense? Yeah, rookie mistake. So shadows make it look waxy. Yeah, exactly. So like I like doing the hard shadows and then like adding softer ones on top of that, you know? Yeah, just like for these more cartoony kind of styles anyways. Because when you're doing realistic, you kind of like gotta focus more on like there's a lot more variety of like shadow shapes and things. So it's different. But yeah. For this I think this is kind of like an interesting look. Anyways, I'm blabbering now. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create some rock formations in the background to kind of like direct our view and attention more towards this main character. So like kind of like, you know how in Cars they have like these, Cars is like the reference for this desert, by the way. You know how you have like these like big rock formations kind of thing. I'm gonna use those as like a way to kind of like call in like, you know, call your attention and literally like point towards the car. So like a darker one that's like closer to us, and then a lighter one that's like more far away. But yeah, like literally like pointing at the car, like almost like an arrow. But like, you know, it's a land formation, so it's not literally an arrow. But you know, it is like making us like directing our view towards the car is what I'm going for. So yeah, and then I'm gonna do like another one over here, but make that one like darker as well. Um, so ooh, hit. For some reason I went to the reds. No color today. No, no, sir. Doing black and white. Yes. Some like shapes over here. I don't know. When it comes to like landscapes, I do not like using lines as much as I like using shapes, because like it's more malleable, if that makes any sense. So it gets you to like do more stuff like this. So, and then a little bit brighter on the top, but yeah, something like that. We're like, it's just like pointing towards her essentially. So like when we look at it upside down, like we literally have arrows pointing at her. So like it frames her a little better, I think. But yeah, that's kind of it, I think, for this. Like we might add some like, I mean, I don't really want to create too much over here, too much interest and stuff, because like it's, at the end of the day, it's kind of like adding a little bit more, the more contrast you add to the shadows and lights and stuff, also like the more contrast you get when it comes to like it creates more attention, like it makes you want to look there a bit more. I don't want to add too much like to these guys because I don't want you to look at them too much, but yeah, maybe just a little bit, just a little bit to kind of reinforce the side lighting that we've decided to go with. Maybe just like a little bit of road reflecting, like this more angled sun from like maybe the evening or something. Yeah, maybe something like that. I think that's fine. Just something subtle. Okay, so we got two of them now. That's pretty good. Let's add a little bit of that haze we're talking about because the background is very bright. So there's gonna be like a little bit of that like background light coming in through, especially on the light sides, like over here. This is like such a trick to add like some depth if like you're doing storyboards and something like that, just that you can see how like it just suddenly makes it look like so much more real. It's so silly, but like just like the little bits of like bleeding light onto things, it really does make it look so much more real. So there you go. Okay, so that's number two. I think that one's pretty silly but kind of fun, you know. She's very well framed with the thing, and then like you have like this other like level of detail. I think I might darken them a bit actually, just a tad, so you can see them a bit better. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. He says, but it's kind of up to you to guess if it's really good. But yeah, rookie mistake. Soft shadows make you look waxy. Woo, hard drugs. Ach, DeviantArt is so full of AI slob now. Yeah. Love it. Learning a lot. Oh, I'm so happy you guys are learning. I'm trying to be a bit more teachy right now, but also take everything I say with like a grain of salt because I am. This is not the thing that I'm the best at. So it's just, yeah, it's okay. Don't take everything I say to like the bank, I guess. Is that what they say? Yeah. Anyways, we've done two. I think we need to do at least one more. It is 9 p.m. That means 6 wait, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we've only done 2 hours and a half. That's pretty freaking good actually. Hell yeah. Okay. We can keep going. We can go ahead. It's great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do hate that DeviantArt is full of ASLab because I generally find cringy and weird beginner art, and especially like the fetish art that was 95% of DeviantArt. I do find that a lot more interesting and valuable for like the human race than AI slop, like any day of the week. Bring me your weird fetish Sonic art anytime before the creepy AI bullshit. Um, and I say that as someone who really does not like looking at it. I still would rather look at that any day of the week. No. We are pro Sonic fetish art in this chat. Hell yeah. Uh, sorry, just realized I kind of want to make that a little darker like that. There we go. Sorry. Anyways, that was I'm not supposed to do that. That's too much. Okay. So, more ideas. Do I have more ideas for composition? Maybe. Let me look at my references. I can't remember. I thought of more stuff, but AI and DeviantArt is such a tragedy. It really is. Lol, they bring me so much joy. I love making at them and having a laugh. Might not be intended, but they at least bring joy still. Haha. I mean, yeah, honestly, it brings joy. It's a fun it's a fun thing to look at with your friends and cringe. And like I don't know, like the fact that they give you like any emotion, even if the emotion is take it away, kill it with fire. That's still better than nothing, and it's a human emotion, you know? that was created by a human. Someone put something to pen and paper and it made you go, ah, I hate it. That's still something. That's still more valuable than anything AI has ever done and will ever do. So, and I say AI with quotes. You guys can't see the quotes, but I say it with quotes because what we know as AI from marketing, it's just not actually artificial intelligence. Is just is something else, but it's more like computer learning mixed with algorithms. But they're obsessed with calling it artificial intelligence. It's not. It's really not. We haven't cracked AI like actual artificial intelligence. It's just a marketing term. But because of this, we should probably come up with a different word for actual artificial intelligence. Because you know when like when like the whole Terminator thing happens, like we would probably want a name to describe what's going on, you know? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. The Gothic Sonic OC with the tragic backstory and tons of TikTok diagnosis. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, DA could have been a good site for artists, but yeah, ever since they got on board with NFTs and then AI, I feel like most artists left it. Yeah, even I have a DeviantArt. I don't think I've posted there for a really long time. I like tried to keep up because I had a couple of people go in there and look at my work and stuff, but it just I don't know, it just makes you not want to do anything. That's like with my Instagram. Like I update it every once in a while, but like now that like you have to every single year remember to click no on being scraped off of your pictures for AI training purposes, it kind of makes me not want to have one. It just kind of sucks. It's just an artist. You kind of have to have one, you know? Like a social media presence. I'm really glad that Twitch doesn't seem to be very AI-ish at the moment, so let's hope it stays that way. Oh gosh, man. Jackards, yeah, and they're stealing the art posted on there to feed their app. Yeah, I mean, learning models can be are creating their own language from what I learned. Oh damn, I don't call it AI art. I just literally refer to it as slop lamau. Yeah, slop is a way better name for it. It's literally producing slop in the water. Slop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like yeah. Club is a way better term for it, honestly. God, I hate it so much. Okay, I'm thinking for a square composition, we might go with something like a bit more like dual moment. Okay, so I'm looking, sorry guys, that took a while. I was just like looking at refs and trying to figure out what I want to do. But I think maybe like a more one-on-one kind of thing for like this like having like a car here in the front with like someone like about to like throw something at the person that's like about to like overtake them here in the back kind of thing. So like having a very like shallow perspective with like a lot of motion to it, I think. And I'm looking at some movie scenes and stuff for references. Always look at like if you're wanting to get like compositions that look dynamic and stuff like that, like film shots are a really good way of doing that, especially from like action movies and stuff. The good ones, because there are some action movies that are shot like absolute garbage, but the ones that are actually shot beautifully and nicely and stuff. Do you remember when I said I don't like using perspective grids? I think we're gonna have a little bit of a perspective grid here. I kind of did with the other one, but yeah, it was just a little bit, just a vague one. I don't actually do like very solid ones. The only time I've really used like an actual solid perspective grid is like when I've been like when I've worked on like layouts for like films and animation and stuff. Like then I do like my little sketch and then I put a perspective grid on top of that and make sure that like everything I'm drawing fits within the perspective grid. And that's mostly just because someone else is gonna work on top of that, so I want to make sure that like it makes sense. But like for me, I don't really do. Also, what song is this? Is this Moo Moo Meadows? Oh, it is Moo Moo Meadows. Why does it sound weird? I didn't know there was this much flute in Moo Moo Meadows. Hmm, that's interesting. I don't remember Moo Moo Meadows having so much flute. I thought, oh, BRB, no worries, monkey, see you in a bit. I thought Moo Moo Meadows was more violin for some reason. I might be tripping here. It's like a remix. It might be a remix. I just looked up on title like what like Mario Kart and clicked the first thing that I found. So like it might very well be a remix, yes. Okay, so for this low kind of perspective, let's actually take a look at some cards. So I think I want to do one with a bike, but I don't think this one's it. I think I want to do a low cart with like a more truck looking one in in the back because I think that's gonna create an interesting juxtaposition. Uh, That's like a fancy way of saying contrast. Bep. Okay. So I think I want to do like a more regular cart kind of thing. Like over here. Like the wheels and stuff. And then like the little karting thing, the logo kind of thing. Okay, so something like that, like the suspension, blah blah blah. Okay, so something like this, and then have like the character in here. Okay, I think that kind of works, and then like the cart would have like the exhaust pipes kind of thing, and the back wheels. Um, let's squish it a little bit more like here. And let's move it a bit more to the side to make sure the perspective still kind of works. Yep. Back doesn't, but that's okay. So something more like this for the back. Okay. Okay, so something like that. Because then I want to have like the like the other one be like here. Like a more imposing kind of thing. Like toe to toe kind of thing. I might have to like shrink these down because again, like I'm thinking of the cards too much, but the characters are gonna be like a big part of this, and they're pretty big compared to the cards. So like if I have a character, they're gonna be like this. That's gonna be their head, compared to the card. So pretty small cards. So something like this. I think, and like you have like your main character over here in the cart, and then your villain character in coming in from behind with like a big truck kind of moment. I keep saying moments. God, I feel so cringe when I say that. Why does that come out? I just don't want to say thing over and over again. But moment is so much worse, isn't it? Okay. So like big kind of like headlights, maybe like a grill. And oh, I'll do this one with like the engine out. So that one actually works really well, I think. Is it like a remix? Let me actually check the music. So it just says Mario Kart from Mario Kart 8. What does the wait. Sunshine Big Blue, Cloud Top Cruise, Wild West, Sweet Sweet, Mount Mario, Spirale. Yeah, I think because I think that one played after the playlist ended. It might have been a remix. Might have been a remix actually of the Moo Moo Meadows. Let's do the Coconut Mall again. Hey 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 hey. I like Coconut Mall. Coconut Mall. Let's listen to this one again. It's fun. Can't remember who really wanted to play Coconut Mall, but there you go. And then have like these giant wheels over here. Kind of like almost looking like they're about to get crushed by these wheels. Actually, let's use the arrows. Haha, yeah. To kind of like spell out and also point down at the ground and make that. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. And then the underside, I'm just going to make up what it looks like under here. Because I have no idea what it looks like under there. Boop. None of the references help with that. So I'm just going to guess that it has some sort of support for the wheels, and that's about it. Okay, so something like this, and then you give it like a little windshield over here. And I think this creates like this very imposing thing. And then you can have the like character number 2 over here. Like, let's give it more perspective. Yeah. So like it creates like a little bit of a, might be a bit too cramped, but that's kind of the thing I want to go for. I might need to give it more space. I tend to do that to myself where like I just draw things too cramped. That's like generally one of my issues. Whenever I board, like 90% of my cleanup time is just pushing my close-up shots into like medium and long shots. I feel like I'm allergic to medium and long shots just in general. So, yeah. Yeah, I think this see now we have some breathing room. Now we can actually like breathe a little bit. I do like I generally do like tighten my shots up way too much. It's like a thing. Okay. So I'm thinking of having maybe like this character be like about to toss something at them to like make it feel like a dangerous moment. Also, maybe giving them a little bit of this, like their wheels are hovering like on the side because they just got here from like drifting from the side. Like something like this, I think looks more cool. Yeah, something like that looks cool. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Okay, know this one. Ba-dum-bum, 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 bum-bum, bum-bum-bum. That Delfino something? I forgot the little engine breathing thing. Okay, so that's the big truck, and then we're gonna have like someone in here like about to attack our little protagonist. I think we might just make it Daisy again. Good old Delfino Plaza. Yeah, I thought so. It slaps. Good fucking song. Oh man, I haven't played Super Mario Sunshine. I feel like I have to play that. And Galaxy. I played Galaxy when I was a kid at like a friend's house because they had a Wii, and I haven't really played it now, but I feel like I would love that. Maybe I do get a. Maybe we just do like Mario games when I get my little capture card. Okay. I'm spending way too much time on this. Okay. So posture. Someone about to toss a shell. I feel like there's a couple of different I'm about to hit you with something poses. Um who do we want to have here actually? Who do we want to be about to like fuck up Daisy's day with like a red shell? I don't know. I'm leaving it up to you guys actually. Toad? Okay, Toad it is. I love that. I kind of love that a lot. Little bitch Toad coming in here. Okay, yeah, love that. We should give him some shades as well. It's very important for this one actually. To the giant car is so funny. It really is, isn't it? Like, see, I keep drawing things too big. Okay, Toad in here. This is not important. I'm just fully doing illustration right now. I don't need to make this fucking clean, but because it's Toad, I gotta want to. Okay, so like a little bit of a this little fest thing, little diver thing. And he's still like holding the wheel behind here, so like holding the wheel with this hand. This hand is holding the wheel, and then the other hand is about to like toss a fucking like red shell or something. Toad is perfect actually, because then like we can actually fit this. Oh, this is definitely a remix. This goes too hard, guys. We can't. We're not allowed to go this hard. We need to cool off. Yeah, yeah. It's too much, guys. Too much. uh, okay. What the fuck does the red shell look like? Wait, 1 second. I actually got pictures of this. Okay. They got the little like hole for the animal, and then they got like a little thing going on around here. Okay. Cool. We got this. We got this. That might be too big of a red shell. Kind of want to make it smaller for the sake of the framing. Okay, so this, so it actually fits in the frame. We're just gonna move Toad's hand to be like more up here. There we go. Okay, so this is Toad being an ass. There we go. This feels pretty cool. Well, not cool. It's actually not cool to like try and throw shit at our protagonist, but do you know what I mean? Okay, so something like that. Little asshole Toad being a dick. Yeah. Oh, I was already like I'm sorry, it's too much, guys. We can't vibe that hard. It's Monday. We must suffer just a little bit. Okay, let's. Do I have I don't actually have a lot of Daisy pictures. But we're gonna stay with Daisy though. I think she's our goat today. She's about to get destroyed though, which is very sad. This might be what happened right before this shot over here. It's like, oh fuck. There you go. And then she's got her classic hair thing. The tie thing. The hair tie thing. It's pretty cool because it gives us some speed. There you go, something like that. Right? Yeah. She's just minding her own business, driving at a very high dangerous speed. This kart race of doom. Okay. What fucking layer did I draw this in? Oh, there we go. Okay. And this goes over here, and then DC's wearing kind of like a puffer jacket, I think, in one of her outfits. So we're gonna give her a little bit of a jacket. There we go. And then the other hand over there. Both of them on the wheel. Head feels a bit too big compared to her body. We need to make Toad even tinier, which honestly is going to work even better for us. So yeah, that's better. Let's make Toad even tinier. Boop. Forgot I drew that in the same layer. Boop. This might be a bit more than a thumbnail, but it's more of a quick sketch than a thumbnail at this point. But it was more of a close-up one anyway, so I'm gonna justify it like that. I do like the composition though, like this very like close quarters kind of vibe, where like we're like here with the thing and stuff, and like everything's like going past us really fast. I think it works pretty good. We should probably do something with the background though to kind of like add to this. So let's have these guys be in one layer, and these two in the other. So I can make Toad just a smidgen like lighter. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so that kind of gives us a pretty cool vibe, I think. Toad about to destroy over here. Yeah, what an ass. Okay, I think, yeah, we still have too big of a head. It's kind of weird with these ones because like I don't have like the proportions for them and stuff, but they have pretty weird proportions, the more humanoid looking characters anyways. So it's kind of weird, but maybe we just don't worry too much about the proportions and focus more on this kind of thing. Or just the composition, and we're gonna slant her over like that. Okay, and now let's do a little bit more background. So, like, bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. I think this might be our last one because I am getting a little bit sleepy. I'm sorry. I know it's just a Monday thing, guys. I get really tired on Mondays. But unless we get, which we probably will get rated the minute I'm finished with the freaking drawing, it might just be our last. Let's give this. I don't know if this is a track, but I've been building in this style a lot. You know that like classic kind of like there's some like cities, I forget the name of the city, but there's this one city in Mexico that has this kind of like houses that are all painted in different colors, and they're like a very similar style to houses that I'm used to seeing because like the whole colonialism thing. But I like the colors a lot, so I think I'm gonna do this kind of like deserty. I mean, they're not in a desert really; they're like more in a mountainous area. But it gives like the idea of like that kind of thing that you get in what's it called, Tostarina, like that one like town in like Mario Odyssey that has like in the desert and stuff. So like I think that's what we're gonna go for like the backgrounds. Bloop. Okay, let's get this on her. Cool. And I'm just gonna lower the opacity above these guys and just think of like some cool, because I think drawing something like that that's like buildings around them and stuff can help us kind of communicate that velocity and also make it feel even more cramped, which I kind of like. I like the cramped vibe of this shot, so kind of want to go for cramped. So yeah, something cramped, and we're like we have a very low camera angle anyway, so like it's gonna be kind of cool to like draw some like buildings over here, like with some like roof tiles coming out and stuff like that. I think that could be really cool, like the shutters and there you go, some like shutters and stuff. Yeah. Oh, this one's gonna be like one of the sci-fi roots, I think. This song. Boop. Big Blue. Yeah, I don't like it as much. And to make the shell kind of like look more interesting, I think I'm gonna make the building here a bit smaller to make that kind of thing like showcase it a bit better and stuff, and then just like further away buildings over here, like a little. Let's do like a little cathedral church head thing actually. Something like that. Let's see how that looks. I think that's pretty neato. Let's do that. Like, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And it gives like more importance to the shell and stuff. Okay, that works for me. And we're seeing like all of this from below. Gonna lower that. Cool. Let's do a little bit of shading now. Yay, some values. Okay, cool. I think we've done some fun ones, right? Yeah. Let's not fuck it up in the last second, me. Let's try our best. Okay. Bup, bup, bup. Yeah, something. Still a little bit of that going to darker here on the front. Yep. Something like that. A little bit of hue shifting over here. Cool. Let's make the. What do we want to do with the lighting? I think I want to do like front facing lighting here and have like the buildings be darker in the background and them being hit by the light just from the front kind of thing. I think that works. Like this. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, and this one's going to be a bit lighter because it's further away. This one's also going to be lighter because it's further away. There we go. Something like that. A little bit of haze over there. And we're going to give like a lot darker here up front for like the dirt stuff. Yeah, like something like that. Like here on the road. It's going to be a dirt road. I've designed it. And then like a house is over here. So like we're going to like houses over here and over there, and then like more over here to keep going on. Don't want to muddle it too much. It's fine like this, and then maybe like even more like a house over here kind of thing to kind of like create this kind of like sense of like, you know, they're a bit kind of trapped in this situation. Yeah, something like this. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, we're gonna darken the most of this car a lot to kind of create that scary stuff, and also because it's pretty upfront. But then we're gonna shade it with like light coming in from the front, I think, is our main thing. Yeah, back to back. Got distracted with drag race clips. Lol. Yeah. Oh man. I need to watch more Drag Race because, like, whenever my girlfriend does a Drag Race reference, I know it's a Drag Race reference because it's the only one I don't get. I'm like, yeah, that's gotta be from Drag Race. Either that or like one of them. What's the other shows? God, I forget the Real Housewives. Real Housewives. Yeah. Do. I've watched a bunch of Drag Race. So, she like we've watched a lot of the all-star ones and stuff. I watched some of the earlier seasons and I did not enjoy the earlier seasons because they're really mean, and I don't like how they're very gatekeepy about what drag has to be. Like, I don't know, the earlier seasons rub me the wrong way a lot. I don't like them. So the later ones are more fun though. Later seasons I get mad at the judges, not the like I just get really mad at the judges. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like they're just being weird because that's what drag is. They get to do whatever the heck they want. It's like, no, you have to look a certain way and do a certain. It just no, don't like it. España is one of the goats. Oh really? Oh, I need to. Oh, I need to try that. I didn't know we had drag race in Spain. Hell yeah, amazing. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm gonna watch Drag Race España then. God, if I tell my partner we have Drag Race in Spanish, she's gonna be very happy. She's learning Spanish and she loves doing it by like watching reality TV or like shows and stuff in Spanish. So she's gonna be very happy about that. Okay, so this, and then I'm gonna make it slightly lighter than the rest of the car. Okay, that's pretty good. Now let's actually do a little bit of value. So the face is gonna be slightly lighter. The symbols and the thing is going to be slightly lighter, and the hair thing is going to be a lot lighter. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, Supreme Deluxe is amazing. Ooh, Supreme Deluxe. I like that. That's funny. I love the pun names the best, honestly. It's one of the best things about Drag Race, like about drag in general, the names. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, and then this shell is gonna be red over here. Do they have more drag queen kings or just drag king queens most of the time? Because that'd be cool too. Give us a little bit of variety. Okay, there we go. And now, aside from like the probably making the headlights, uh, it sounds like I've been racing this entire this entire like stream just because of the soundtrack that's playing around. I'm like, damn, gotta go fast, you know? Okay, so something like this just to get a little bit of that and this for the wheels. Let's make these even darker actually. Okay, cool. And then just a little bit of that. Okay, maybe darker wheels even. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're doing this, but then we're hitting it with like bright side sunlight like right in the face. Because I want the brightest points to be like on this interaction over here. So like on the shell, we got to see that shell really big and bright. And then everything else here is being hit by light just because they're the front facing parts of the car. So there we go. And then what I'm going to do is like lower the opacity and things like the car and stuff to kind of like bring it towards the parts that I want you to look at the most, which are the toad and the blue shell. Is that a blue shell? No, it's just a normal shell, isn't it? The shell. Yeah. There are Drag Kings, yeah. There was a show recently that premiered. Ooh, I do believe there are Drag Kings. Hell yeah. I'm in the middle of Drag Race Down Under versus the world. Oh my god. I'd kill to watch the Australian Drag Race. That actually sounds really fun. I love me an Aussie accent. I like New Zealand accent. I think New Zealand accent is one of the best accents in like the world, honestly. Like it's so fun. Love me a New Zealand accent. Whenever New Zealand comes out with a comedy, I'm probably there. I just yeah, the Kiwi accent is so fun. So freaking funny. But haven't been to Australia actually. I kind of have to go. I have friends there now, so I should probably visit. It's just a lot to get there. Like a lot. Like a lot. It's really hard to get there. Also, I'm terrified of spiders. My friends have promised me though that like if I do go visit them in like Australia, they will kill the spiders for me, and I'm really counting on that, honestly. I'm in the middle of Drag Race Down Under. There are so many franchises: Philippines, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, France, UK, Belgium, Germany, and many more. Oh damn! I didn't know they had that many franchises. That's insane. It's like Love Island where they're just doing it everywhere at this point. But that's insane that they got so many local franchises. It's awesome though. I bet like it really is like bringing a lot of like attention and to the local like drag life and stuff, like the local actually like drag performers. Yeah, that's gotta be good actually. I don't know much about like actual like drag performances and stuff and what the industry's like, but I bet like having a TV show probably helps a lot for like the local industry. I'm guessing. I might be wrong here. I've also heard some people like like complain about Drag Race, some queer people not liking certain aspects of it. So I'm sure there's like stuff that's not good about it, but it it seems to me, at least from an uninformed point of view, that it would probably help out the local drag community. At least bring more awareness to them or more clientele towards them, hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, and yeah, something like this I think looks kind of cool. Let's do even more highlights. Boop, boop, boop. This needs to be a bit lighter because it's like the hairband thing. And then obviously the white of the eyes. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm traveling to Australia soon. I'm about to submit my visa application. Oh, hell yeah, monkey. That's amazing. Yeah, Drag Race Philippines really helped in giving the LGBTQ some attention since we still don't have protection. Oh, that's gotta be good then. Oh, hell yeah. It is insane how little protection the LGBTQ has throughout the world. LGBTQ plus. It is kind of insane. I'm really glad that's a thing, though. I'm really glad it's helping. And I'm gonna make this a bit blurrier. It's not very important, but yeah, it didn't do much. Didn't. Oh, it's fine. Okay, so then I'm gonna add like what we were talking about, like just a few little highlights and stuff. And yeah, just to give it like some atmosphere, make it feel like the glare coming from like the light that's just emitted by the sky. It's a very bright sky, you know? It's bright as sky. Do. Anyway, I do suggest Drag Race España. I still have to catch up, but I think they just did an All Stars recently. Ooh, and I still find it really entertaining without knowing the jokes and references. Yeah, I gotta catch it, honestly. It must be really fun though, like from like a different like culture and language point of view, seeing stuff like that. That's ends up being so local. Does Daisy get her name, like her letter, when she drives the cart? I think she does. She gets an actual, like, Daisy, actually. She gets a Daisy. OP ad. Oh no! Ad. I think she gets an actual Daisy. I would give her a Daisy rather than the... And I did that on the wrong layer. Of course I did. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't really add much, does it, though? Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to add some, like, point of highlight over here. Kind of contrast with that. But I think that's pretty good. I don't think I can do much better than this. So yeah, these are my, I think I could have framed this guy better. Let me actually do that. If I grab this white and actually blend this one in a bit more into the background like this. I think that does frame total a lot better. Yeah, that does frame total a lot better. Okay, and adding a couple bits of this and that over here, maybe some like windows that is too colored. Some like windows and stuff to that. Yeah, that's better. And then I could do that with these actually. To kind of create more contrast in the front, less in the back. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, cool. And then we could even like add like a little bit of a bright spot over here with the exhaust. And I would even, if I were to like do this, like I would even like add a little bit of a highlight to the shell as like the main like thread kind of thing. Bloop, bloop. There, a little shine to it. Yeah, just because it's like an important part that I want people to be looking at is that shell. Cool. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I think we kind of did it, guys. We did 3, which isn't a lot, but we kind of went a bit ham on these thumbnails anyways. And I feel like we kind of achieved what we were going for, which is was like that sense of speed and dynamic and motion and stuff, you know, like these feel pretty okay. One of my all-time favorite Spanish drag queens is Arancha Castilla-La Mancha. That is so funny. And I wanted to ask you what her name means, if it means anything. Okay, so okay, so there's we have provinces in Spain, and one of the provinces is Castilla León, which is at the in the north of Madrid, and then the one in the south of Madrid is called Castilla-La Mancha, and it just rhymes. And Arancha Castilla-La Mancha just sounds really fucking funny. It's not like a huge joke or an innuendo or anything. It's just really funny. And also La Mancha specifically means like the stain. Like we have two Castillas. Castilla is like land of castles. So you have land of castle lions on the north and land of castles the stain in the south. So Arancha Castilla La Mancha just yeah, 10 out of 10. Well, these look awesome. Oh my god, thank you, Flagon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Stain. So it's just, yeah, it's just kind of funny. Like, I don't think it's an innuendo, but it very much could be seen as that. It's like the vagueness of it kind of leaves you thinking, oh, maybe it is a bit. So it is kind of fun. Also, I'm gonna add a bit more contrast over here. Blip, blip, blip. Just for the lulz, did I do it on the wrong layer? I did do it on the wrong layer. That's okay. Blip, blip, blip. There we go. And we forgot to actually add white to her eyes, so bup, 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 bup. There we go. And then we're gonna just redraw her eyes. I'm gonna just do a little bit of redrawing here, actually, of the face. I know it's a thumbnail, but just for the sake of we're finishing up, so might as well look nice, you know. Okay, so I think that's a little bit better. I'm gonna add this over here. Yeah, and then this bit. Blip, 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 blip. Okay, what's chat saying? They all look awesome. Yeah, I know. Stain. Yeah, these look so cool. Thanks for explaining all. Yeah, of course, no worries. If you guys ever have any Spanish questions, I'm happy to clarify things. I am not an expert in the language that I speak, but I do speak it, so that does help. Okay, I think that's a bit nicer. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we kind of have these three drawings, and I think they turned out okay. I think they're pretty fine. I'm gonna just flatten this out so I can like just have these three, I think. So let me copy that, and we could just select all three of them and separate them. So you can see them a little better by the end of it. But that was pretty much the stream, guys. I mean, I just wanted to do a little bit of thumbnailing. I didn't want to go too into it, but you can see how like starting up really simple and stuff, like even with these like very sketchy black and white ones, we got a lot of like interest and excitement and stuff, and like I hope you learned a little bit. I mean, it wasn't very lessony or structured, but just like seeing the way that I like kind of go about things and stuff, I hope it kind of helped. If anyone's wanting to do this kind of like environment piece where like it's a bit more of a scene, I kind of like think about these more of like scenes than like full-on environments, but yeah, like something like this. There we go, we can see all three of them. There we go, that looks kind of nice, right? Yeah, let's move you here. Let's zoom in so you guys can see them. So that's kind of what we got today. Normally if like you're like doing a piece and stuff, you normally like thumbnail. It might be a bit rougher than this. Oh, I did something weird here. Oh, because I need to, yeah, I'll just do it like this. So like you normally when you're thumbnailing and stuff, you do things a bit rougher than this. I think I at some point started drawing them a bit cleaner, just for the sake of like you guys are watching and I kind of want to make them look a little bit nice. But yeah, you could do way rougher than this, and as you can see, like this whole idea of starting with like, at least for me, it helps to start with a black and white for like big pieces like that, and doing a little bit of that atmospheric perspective, where like the things at the front are darker and the things at the back are lighter. What that replicates is that like in the real world, the further away something is from you, the more it blends into the color of the sky, and during the day, the sky tends to be lighter. So like just having that adds a lot of depth to the drawing, and then like on top of that, you can add like a specific lighting scenario, which is kind of how I tackle them. Tackle this, like you go from like dark to light, and then like on top of that, you're like, okay, and now the light is coming from this kind of area. So yeah, are you gonna do the final on stream? I might not finish any of this. Maybe it depends on whether I'm in the mood for it or not. I don't really enjoy painting a lot, and I'm not that good at it. So like, this is kind of like the peak that I can do, Monkey. So like if I do ever, I mean maybe if I get a guest on that can help me, someone that's good at painting, I might get them on to help me with this. But normally I kind of just leave them like this. At most I'd like, yeah, fuller color something. Yeah, yeah, felt. Yeah, it hurts. Color is hard, guys. It's really hard. I'm not very good at it. I need to get better at painting. So maybe, but it'll be embarrassing. But maybe. But yeah, no, I just that's why I kind of wanted to like constrain myself to the idea of thumbnails today, because I feel like if I did anything other than that, it might be hard to watch. So yeah. But yeah, no, as you can see, we started with this more big chaotic piece with like a lot of stuff going on in this main confrontation over here. And like then we got this one, which was a really silly idea, but I kind of actually love how it turns out with like the big flipping on the car thing. And then this final one, which is more like a moment, maybe like a scene. We don't see a lot of the chaos, but we get into like that more intimate kind of space. So yeah, they're pretty fun, and they're very Mario Karty at the end of the day, so it's something. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for showing up. I'm really glad we didn't get raided like right before I finished. Hell yeah. But thank you so much, guys, for showing up. It's always amazing having you guys here. I'm really glad you enjoyed what we did today. I'm saving just in case I forget to. But yeah, it was a more kind of like chill thing. I just wanted to do a little bit of like layouts and focus on composition and values. Just in case it could give you guys some inspiration. If you don't know, on the Discord we have the environment challenge going on this month. So yeah, if you guys got inspired and want to do any sort of environments, like they don't even have to be painted. This would count as an environment piece because there's a bunch of environment in this one. So if you want to give it a shot at trying something like that, then you can give it a shot. I'd love to see what you guys can get done. But yeah, thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for being here. I'm just doing stuff, and I've been a bit quiet today, so yeah, because I get really sleepy on Mondays. But yeah, no, it's been amazing having you guys here as always, giving you conversation and keeping me entertained. At the end of the day, I think you guys are the entertainers, and I'm just here to be entertained. But yeah, no, I love streaming with you guys, and I'm so grateful for you guys showing up and being here. And yeah, I hope to see you all on Thursday. I don't actually know what we're doing Thursday, but I will announce it. I will drop the poll the day before. So remember to vote A, B spam. Hell yeah, thank you, Monkey. Let's do some hives actually. And yeah, I will see you guys on Thursday. I don't think I have anything to announce. I don't think I have much going on, so I'll just be seeing you guys on Thursday. It smells like someone's doing barbecue outside, so I'm getting hungry. I don't think it's my family that's doing barbecue. That'd be kind of rude. But yeah. Aw, thank you so much, Fligan. Thank you. Okay, you guys have a wonderful one. I will keep you updated on the Discord. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh wait, I forgot. We should probably rate someone, shouldn't we? Okay, 1 second. Let me find someone to rate. Goddamn. I'm professional. I know what I'm doing. See, this is what happens with Mondays. Okay, Lemon Chi is streaming. Let's give her a nice raid. I can, man. I can be. It's there's nothing professional about me. Oh god. Okay. 1 second. Pro streamer. Yeah, literally. Let's do raid. Oh my god, I need to reset my keyboard. No, why would you do this? I need a slash, please. Thank you. Oh, this is great. This is great. This is gonna be funny for the VOD. Nobody clip that. Um, okay. Raid. There we go. Um, Lemon Shisan. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Give her a nice raid. Thank you guys again for coming. Oh my god. Okay. I will see you guys soon. Give a bunch of hives and bee spam and say send my love. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye now for real.